Yes, sir. What up? What up?
What's that word, everybody?
Man, I can't call it. I'll wait till a couple people get in here. We get it started.
Oh yeah, they gonna get it. They gonna get it cracking. It ain't gonna be long for everybody to get to jumping in. What's the weather like? What's the weather like? Where you at?
Man, hot as hell, boy.
Oh no, it's we getting ready for that fall weather up here.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm
Little
talking about.
temperature. What's the word? What's the word? Hey, so did you let Loyalty and Betrayal in?
Yeah, I sent her the link last night.
Okay. So I don't see it up here yet. That's what made me ask. That's what made me ask. She says, "How the human? Where she at?" I'm sorry to hear that.
Man,
Man, it's cooling off. It's cooling off in the shop. It's cooling
All right,
off.
let me know if I'm echoing or not, because I'm on my computer.
Nah, you ain't echoing.
nah, you sound good.
Oh,
You
then
all
baby
good.
daddy lied to me all this time then, huh?
Yeah. I don't know, but you ain't echoing right now. How you feeling?
I'm good. It's just hot and humid. I walked outside. I was talking to classic music and walked outside and saw some packages had come in from my dad, and all I did was make 2 trips to down the sidewalk, and that was enough. Got me all sweaty. Nope, I don't like outside. I like the snow. God needs to bless me with some snow.
Man,
Yeah, well,
that
yeah.
part.
I'm sorry to hear because we sure gonna have some. The temperature dropping already. Yeah.
You see, y'all wouldn't make it down here. Y'all would have a heat stroke and die.
Nah, I wouldn't
Whereas
even.
if
Max
we went
Dollar,
up
what's the
there,
word?
we could always just bundle up with extra jackets and stuff. Once you
Nah,
hot, you can't do nothing about it.
y'all keep talking about bundling up now. Chicago weather. This ain't no bundling up weather. Really put some clothes on here when it get cold. Ain't no plan, man. The winter be brutal.
Well, they
I'm
say
talking
that
about this,
that up there, that wind cuts right through you to your bones. They say I've
man.
heard
It
people
be
say
brutal. I'm used to it, but other people say they be cold.
it's all right. It's good to be cold sometimes. It's better than being hot.
Now that I got older, I used to not have to wear a coat, but I guess now that I'm getting a little bit older, it's catching up with me.
Yeah, yep.
Cause I
That
used to be
that'll do it.
outside, man, below zero with no coat on. This out there flexing it. So listen, we
Yes.
we got this show going, and we proud to have you on here today as a special guest, and I believe that we really need to give you your flowers because I don't think people do it enough with the content that you put out and the
Facts.
things that you put forth in these YouTube streets in this YouTube world. Max
Well, I
Dollar.
appreciate it. I know people tell me that I don't uh assert myself like that enough out there by telling people, but I'm not the type that I'm gonna go tell somebody, you know, give me my credit or give me my flowers and stuff because it's like then it's not if you got to go ask for it, then do you really want it? But if I don't know, it's been a long road and I'm still gonna keep doing what I'm doing, but I do appreciate it when I hear it. That I do.
Hey, Charlize. Hey, Max Dollar. Man, I think I seen Trench's News on a potato chip bag or a milk carton or something. Missing. Have you seen them?
Let me find out he's missing in witness protection.
Man, that people ain't put that nigga in no witness protection. Charlize, man, y'all putting a 10 on it now.
It's them channels that's pushing that narrative that's shocking me.
Man, they been out here say raps. He was on a rap snack bag.
You got trenches. I mean, what's his name? Truth Teller. Truth tellers telling everybody that he's in witness protection program, and I'm like, man, y'all chasing it too much
I
now.
was about to say, you believe that?
You know,
No, I
truth
don't.
teller. That's my
I know it ain't true
teller.
because he's over here flagging my content.
Truth teller. That's my brother, man. So he gonna do his one too.
He's got to get his numbers. I get that,
Yeah,
but
he gonna do it. He gonna do his one too. That's the first interview I ever did. But I'm gonna
I
tell you,
laughed though. I seen him when he's got Swiper's mask on.
yeah. Hey, no. I'm gonna tell you who took the cake, who really gave it to him. SNTV News. Oh man, he went crazy he put the mask on and told him, man, I'm
I
gonna
saw
lock
that.
every last one of y'all up. Everybody going in Pelican Bay.
He said, I'm the police around here.
Yeah, man. He said, man, I'm gonna have everybody playing ball in Stateville by winter. Man, hey,
He gonna be running it.
listen. We ain't gonna make this segment about Mr. Stanky Mask, but I mean,
It's good to have a good laugh though every day.
Yeah,
at least once a day.
He definitely a trending topic, but my thing is I don't get all these people that's actually trying to save faith or trying to actually speak up for actually talk up for. I got a problem with that because I feel like all these people are being hypocrites. Because out of all the time that the man been doing what he been doing, I ain't heard nobody say, man, give him a break. You know, don't talk about these people. Don't do this, don't do that. So now he getting this castor oil or this prune juice, and everybody,
Not the prune juice.
oh, y'all shouldn't do him like that. Oh, that's enough.
Well, because he built himself up to that. Because you got to remember, he knew what he did back in 2020 and 2021. All his followers didn't know, so he slowly started brainwashing them or mind fucking them, whichever way you want to look at it, by slowly saying, "I'm a civilian." And he had that 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So now they're in that mind thought that y'all can't say nothing to him because he's not gang banging. Well, while he's not gang banging, then he needs to keep his feet up out the street. And if you're gonna throw other people out under the bus and the pot wants to call the kettle black, then don't get mad when the kettle turns around and call the pot black.
Yeah, true. And that's really how it goes because, and then it's like you know who I feel like is like that the same way. 16, he figured that can't nobody say nothing about him. You know what I mean? And yeah. I don't like that. Hello. Hello, how you doing? Lynette? Hello.
Sometimes people feel like they're just above the rest.
So do you feel with everything that's going on with him, the people that's sticking around, is it more for clout or they're just delusional?
Are you talking about like his supporters? Is that what you're referring to?
Do you think that they up in the air about it or they're just trying to be loyal to a fault?
I think that it's probably a combination of both. I think that he probably does have some that's loyal to a fault, but then you got the other ones that's gonna fake like they're loyal because they're hoping that they might get a little snippet of information, even if it's just a half a sentence that nobody else has gotten, and they got to get it first. And that's another thing I ain't never understood is just because your ears heard it first, does that make it any more authentic? You know what I mean? It's competition. That's all that is. Seems like.
I'm gonna tell you what the real truth is, man. What I think from my point of view and my perspective, I believe that they were so comfortable with like cornering the market of the internet, and they so comfortable with lashing out on people and bullying people and just doing, with all the mod squad and from this page to this page. But if any of these people really look around and really look at he never really pushed them. He never really had them on his channel. He never really shared their
Yeah.
channel. He had to say their name. He never gave them an interview, or he never did anything. What's the word? Jackals, 1982. He never really did anything to support what they really was going on. And it's like they lost faith now. Like it's almost like that's why when I said what I said,
Well,
like
it's true.
y'all,
It's true because SNTV was saying something about that the other day, and him and I think his name's CSL. They were saying something about how he doesn't, shout out the people that are shouting him out, or he doesn't share their content and stuff. And I got my mind thinking, and I was like, you know what? There's a lot of channels out there that don't do that. There'll be
it,
one. It's all one sided, and I guess for me, like you keep mentioning this Mob Squad, I have no clue who that's supposed to be because I don't venture out too far out into other areas because I learned a long time ago that there's always going to be that messiness no matter what sector community you decide to get into or whatever. And my plate just stays full of haters, so I just can't I can't take it anymore.
yeah. So it's like they
The one with
with,
the
with
man crush, now he's I
yeah.
don't know, like
That,
it's,
that's what I'm gonna get at. It's like
okay,
with him,
he's loyal to a fault on that one.
yeah, with Made Media Magazine, he
Yeah.
Swipe ain't never been a guest on his panel. Not that I have ever saw. Now I done seen him on his panel. He'll let anybody on his panel, but only person I ever seen them ever get on their panel is C Hood. I ain't never
Mm,
seen them get on nobody else's panel. They help him, and he got on C Hood panel when C Hood was trying to help him straighten some things out. Other than that, no. So I don't.
A lot of channels are like that. They won't go to somebody else's platform, but they want everybody to come to their platform.
Yeah,
And that to me, if that don't open somebody's eyes towards somebody, then okay, then you choosing to be blind and dumb, and that's on you. I don't want to hear the crying afterwards. That's it. A lot of people say that I'm cold hearted like that. No, it's just I've been through too much, and at this age in my life where I'm at, I don't have time to babysit adults. I try to give the respect, even if they haven't given it to me, but I'm not going to be a doormat, you know?
for real.
And that's the way I see a lot of people out here. It's like there a lot of channels too, um, and there's a lot of channels that I've followed for years that I really, really like. And here this past year, they've made little comments that's kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm still following them. I haven't totally cut them off or whatever. But that's just, humans. Because we're on the internet, we don't know somebody 100%. And
True.
as you're around them longer and longer, something might fall out their mouth, and then that's who they really are. And like that old saying goes, if somebody shows you or tells you who they are, you better believe them.
yeah, you better. Nick, what E-Dog blocked you on, Nick? What you mean he blocked you? He blocked you on what?
Another
What you
thing I'm starting to see is YouTube. It seemed like it's kind of with certain sectors, it's like really high schoolish to where people like to click up and stuff too.
Yep.
Well, I believe this. I believe on Instagram, you sure you got the right page? I believe collaboration is the key. I believe that when you collaborate, it it gives you a stronger give you a stronger foundation. We have
Foundation, yeah.
it gives you a stronger foundation. It gives you a stronger backing. Like what we doing now, it's like what makes our show so epic because this is live. This is happening right now. It's no cuts. There's no takebacks. There's no, it's what you see is what you get right now. You're getting it right now. Is off the top of the head. It's fresh.
Raw
It's
and
not
uncut.
right. It's not staged or it's not nothing like that. So it's like it's coming from the heart. It's coming from the cut. So it's like I believe that it's better that way. And I believe that when you say like clicking up, I believe that as long as it's got good stuff, substance to it, I believe that it's good. See, like now, like we got loyalty and betrayal on here. It's a comfortable conversation because we know that everything that she's been doing and that she's been pushing been on the up and up. So we can stand firmly with her about what she doing, what she got going on, what happened, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like it's a good look. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
It
Yeah.
It's a real good look. So
it's
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 no
it's a
problem,
combination.
right? So it's no problem. It's no problem to have her up here and have her right here with us because it's like okay, she on the panel, she on the thing. Let's give her flowers. Let's keep moving, and let's keep pushing her channel like we pushing everybody else. King Mike,
Yeah.
much love. So the
I
thing
agree on
is,
that.
it's good because we not when she get attacked, we not interacting and we not going to make thumbnails with us snatching people head off and we're not starting fights and we're not doing these type of things to like attack people. We taking a grown rap about it. Like, look, that's hers. We doing this, we doing that. Same with me. Okay, look, this what I'm doing, this what I'm saying. When I see you do some of my pictures, I laugh at it now. I laugh at it and I
Yeah.
like it. I give him what he looking for. You
Yeah.
looking
I
for
mean,
some attention,
because
I'll give it
you
to you.
got to you got to think about it, Dale. For him to be continually saying something, that means he's continually giving you some views.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's why I don't have no problem with actually saying something to him or laughing at it or whatever the case may be. Because my thing is this: if a grown man got that much time to do all that every day, all day, then maybe this
Lord,
is what he needs. He needs some attention. Maybe it'll stop him from hurting a child or hurting
you know
somebody,
what?
hurting himself.
I feel you on that. I feel you on that because I had said the same thing back in the end of 2018, early 2019, in one of these Facebook groups. They were saying, there was somebody in one of the groups that he was an adult male that he had a sex charge on him, but it wasn't for a child; it was for another female. And my thing was this: as long as he's in, because he would post and stuff like a female, and I remember telling the admin, as long as he's in the group, guess what? He ain't out there doing something bad to somebody.
Exactly.
That's the
Exactly.
way. I mean, people didn't like it when I said it, but I'm glad you said that. See, we do think alike a lot on a lot of
Yeah. So,
topics.
'cause the whole thing is like a lot of people need attention. A lot of people come to YouTube and come to social media for attention. So it's just about the type of attention that they get at the time or what we can put to what we could put to them and get to them. Like now, starting next week, everything is lined up. Uh, everything is lined up. I need to do a stupid song. I came like crazy. Everything is lined up for the documentary. We gonna start
Cool.
shooting the documentary the first thing Thursday. So we gonna start off. We'll have Fat Mac. We're gonna have a lot of people that was there when the drill first started, and y'all gonna be shocked what drill really came from and how it was formed and what really happened.
I'm gonna
So
be enjoying it.
the wait is over, and I'm gonna prove and show how drill really killed our it really killed our culture. And I'm
And
I'm gonna prove
a couple
to
of
the world that
generations.
yeah, I'm gonna prove and show to the world that this was not a GDBD war. That's not what it was about. And I'm gonna show how the record labels and how social media and different things played a significant part in these kids losing their lives.
Mm.
King Mike said, "Do a surviving snitch, snitch news, straight to the lake." man, what's the word? Giving knowledge. What's the word? So that y'all make
I can say
that.
this to be fair and to be unbiased. Trenches is the only one that I've never heard say something on me, and I'm gonna say it like without naming no names. A lot of y'all's favorite channels have called me out my name, and it surprised me. And I look at it like this. Okay, I ain't gonna hold it against them because they got their they got to keep that look in front of their chat and their audience that they know what they're saying. And if somebody just pops up and says this is this and this is that, because they found themselves, a lot of them found themselves speaking on the Kanika Jenkins case, and they were way off out in left field. And so I would write a comment like, "No, that's not what happened." Next thing
Right.
I know, I was everything but a child of God. I look at it like that as like, I learned not to get mad at them because it's like they got to keep up their appearances for their people. So okay, whatever. But again, I don't throw that away because I keep that on a back burner, and I remember that's somebody that I won't get too close to, but I'll still support them here and there.
Yeah, Ray. What's the word, Ray? What's happening, family? It's always the belt. It's always the belt to the butt situation. Listen, and then I'm I'm going through that right now with doing this Chicago Finest mixtape. Uh like I got a lot of people that's tuning in and they trying to be part of it. Like
That's
like
good.
I got Rico Reckless on there. I got
I
me on there. I got
like him. I
yeah,
like him. He
I'm waiting on Young and Dutchy. And
the quiet ones. The quiet ones.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm waiting on them, and I'm waiting on. I got a couple females, but it's like the hardest. Like a lot of people don't know about like Chicago artists that got kind of like a buzz and got a name, and they mind they already feel like they there, they made it. Like so when you dealing
They
with
don't
those,
realize how much more they can
exactly,
achieve.
exactly. So when you dealing with those type of attitude and different things like that. Giving knowledge, you say, what's the topic? Well, the topic is the best of both worlds. So we doing from LA to Chicago, and today we have a special guest on here today, giving knowledge, loyalty, and betrayal. And we got her on here today because we
I'm
need to
picking
give
up
her
the knowledge.
we need to give we need to give her flowers for all the diligent work that she does and it be so correct and precise and on point. And a lot of people play over that. A lot of people challenge. A lot of these people channels are actually based off her channels and the work that she do. So I
Facts.
just feel like
And I'm
today,
not perfect. I make mistakes, and I don't have a problem with anybody showing me where I've made a mistake because I don't want to I don't want to be pushing the wrong information. But that's why I do my due diligence as much as possible before I ever publish something because I don't want to lie on somebody else. Just like you don't want nobody to lie on you. You got it. It's more important to have that morals and character and integrity than it is to have them views and them likes.
yeah, for sure. Lynette, from what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, I'm I'm hearing and seeing that he did delete that Trenches did delete his channel. Now, I don't know how true that is.
His YouTube channel's still there when I made my video because that's what I made a
Right.
video about.
Oh, let's say what's up, man. So yeah, no, he ain't deleted. It's still there. I don't know why they saying. I don't know why they
That's what I
saying that.
said. They're saying all kinds of crazy stuff.
Loyalty and betrayal. Lil J giving you your flowers.
Let me see. Let me see. Which chat am I in? Where we at? I'm not seeing. Let me
He
come to
at the
StreamYard.
bottom of the chat. He giving you your flowers.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So it's like it's like
Appreciate that.
my main mission. main mission is, and it's great to see it coming to light, was to actually change the narrative of YouTube, like, and not change it so much as well as that we get rid of the way things were done. I just, the perfect picture. What's the word, family? I just wanted to actually like give it a a option, and that's what I was working hard to do. I wanted to give it an option, like maybe it needed to be like Starbucks for real. So either you wanted a mocha latte ice, or you wanted it hot. You understand what I'm saying? At the
Yeah.
time, it was no balance to it from what I seen, because it was like everything was kill, kill, drill, drill, die, die. So I believe that a strong peace movement and just keeping peace, curveball. What's the word, family? Curveball TV. So I believe like bringing some peace to it, and if I had to stand alone, I had no problem with it, because I wanted to go for an ultimatum. Like everything shouldn't be where the only choice you have is death and destruction. Maybe people don't want
True.
to go there. Maybe
True.
maybe might want to get on here with a stronger head, or somebody older that didn't want to deal with that type of riffraff. So I wanted to give them something where they can plug into. And now I'm starting to see that it's starting to resonate, and other people trying to do it, and they pushing it as well. But I don't want to lose focus, and I really want to talk on this, and I don't want to hog it, and I don't want to. OG Bobby Johnson, what's the word, family? I don't want to hog it, but I really, yeah, for sure. No ops, the real estate. Hey, no ops, Max Dollar. The thing I really want to talk about, like, I want to resonate to the young brothers that's out here now. Let's not lose focus on who who start talking about peace first, who's pushing peace first, who's doing this, who's doing that. Let's just focus on the fact that we trying to push it, because it's
Exactly.
so easy. It's so easy to be caught up, and it's so easy to lose focus on what we really trying to do, and keeping our eyes on the prize of no ops, and we putting the guns down, and we trying to work deals to make our family be better off. So whoever started or whoever, it doesn't matter, because if we was playing those type of games, then I would have to say I started peace in 2003. 2000. I was pushing peace, and this before anybody was dead. This was my conversation. So in the documentary and different things like that, I'm gonna put all that out, so where's that we can start understanding, and we'll really know. Ray, what's the word? Yeah, it's definitely back to work. You know what I mean? So it's like all right, we know what Trenches did, we know what everybody else did. We can dust our back pockets off, and let's keep moving with the mission. Let's keep doing what we do. It's like how things is with Trump. Everybody uses Trump and what's going on with Trump to hide all the garbage that they really doing. You know what I mean? We losing the country. We losing the country at a tenfold. You understand what I'm saying? But they making everything about Trump. So it's always the three-car Molly. So we don't need to be part of the three-car Molly. We need to
Yeah.
understand that this is our mission. This is what we own, and this is what we doing. And like when y'all want to find this, when y'all want to find this this paperwork, or y'all want to find something out that's true, then y'all need to go to Loyalty and Betrayal and check her channel out, because she actually takes her time and do her homework, and search and do the things she need to do. And that's another reason why we got her here. We need her here because we need sources that we can go to, and we know it's reliable.
Yeah.
If we
And
gonna
I
be looking
appreciate
at,
and I appreciate the confidence that you have in me.
oh,
It means
I
a
mean,
lot.
the work talks for itself. The
Yep.
work talks for itself. So it's like it's just the point of us being sick and tired of being sick and tired and what we really want. Like, I never really got upset. Yeah, you gotta check our channel out, Max Dollar. So I never really got upset with everybody because I got bashed, I got drilled through the mud, I got all kind of stuff from people telling me that I was making things up, I'm wrong, I'm lying. I never held that against nobody. I
Hmm.
call a couple people and crack a couple jokes and be like, yeah, y'all owe me an apology, but I don't really sit with that and really care about that or none of that because one thing I do, I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer in God. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people don't a lot of people that stepped away from God and don't put God in their life. And a lot of people want to take matters in their own hand. And that's why the world look like it looks today. A lot of
Yes.
times no need to slide. There's no need to get the gun. There's no need to do anything that's harsh. It's just a point of man, believe in God, let him deal with it. Look at God
Yep.
work the situation out. So it's just a lot of times, man, we got to go back to ourselves. We got to go back to knowing how to be calm. We got to go back to knowing how to have shared values. We don't have shared values no more in our neighborhood. We don't have empathy. We don't have love for one another. Everything is to the net. Everything is F you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to do these type of things. And it make us look inhumane if you really
Yeah.
ask me. Because it's like we so treacherous to how we destroy each other and how we kill each other so easy. It's so easy. I mean, even from just words can turn into a homicide. I mean,
Quick.
it's
Yep.
at some point, we have to want to change it or we have to change it.
Yep. Everybody needs a big old cup of act right because
For
it
real.
don't even it don't seem to matter what it is or what region of the world or the United States or anything. It's just like you know the last several years. It's been like I know for me, it's like I don't even want to go out of the house because there's people out there and people don't know how to act right. That's the mentality you get when you don't want to deal with all that. But at the same time, you know, you can't live that way. You gotta be able to interact with folks and like you said, as we get older, things start changing for us. But it's like I feel like in my younger years, I gave so much of myself to so many people and let them use me like a doormat. And I knew it, but I kept on doing. I don't know if that's why now that I'm not as tolerant like that anymore. But at the same time, I don't turn around and be a negative person to them. I'm not going to be rude to them. I'm not going to be ugly to them. Uh, just because, you know, oh boy, that made that picture that I can't even think of his name. But he put me on there, and he had me with that I was a black man, and
Yeah,
I
talking
I
about
kid you not, I kid you not.
made me a
I went
magazine.
and I said I was impressed that he actually got my government name spelled correctly and all because I even though I say it all the time, about my name and everything, a lot of people they don't really pay attention, and for him to actually do that, and then the next thing out of my mouth was, "And thank you for the views, because in order for you to find out my government name and spell it correctly, that means you have to go through, a bunch of my videos. I mean, because what else can you say at that point?"
Yeah. General 061 said he and Stitcher Protection rat rooms together. He's more than likely amongst his fellow rodents.
He's
Hey,
in the bushes. He's
yeah,
in the
hey,
bushes, watching
Chicago, still
everybody.
19. Salute to you too, family. Hey, yeah, listen, this my thing though. See, like with us, what a lot of us don't really understand is like all of us got a calling. Everybody got a calling on their life. It's just about how you accept it. You understand what I'm saying? It's like
Yep.
like certain people like when I was young, like when you was a kid, you used to do things. You used to do things for your mother and your father or your uncle or your auntie and them. You know, your elders. You used to do things for your elders' approval. So it was like, you see me, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. But as you get older and you start to understand, like a lot of people don't give you that thank you, or a lot of people don't give you
That
that
appreciation's not there.
appreciation. But with me, what keep me driving is to know that I don't want my blessing from no mere mortal. A mere mortal can't bless me. I don't want I want my blessing from God. You know,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna just keep doing my work and keep doing what I have to do, and just keep like just pushing. Because what the thing that had me like real baffled was like, how can people attack me and be mad at me for pushing peace? Like how are y'all upset about this? Because my conversation is about peace, and I'm talking about I'm having full-fledged arguments with people. But y'all don't want to argue about nobody that's on here talking about who got robbed, who got shot, who got dropped, who got this. But when I go to talking like that, I'm just this old nigga on the internet, this old hate
Yep.
nigga on the internet.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
this
Yep.
can't be serious.
Yep. Because that's the only, and just think about it like this. That's the only thing that they can come back with because they ain't got nothing, no dirt to throw at you. There's, they try to look for skeletons in the closet and they can't find nothing except for maybe a piece of a femur bone or something. And so they get mad. So the next thing that they can do is they got to start drama. And even if they take it to the extent of lying and making up a story, that's what they got to do because they feel like they their 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 mental outlook on it is like, oh well, if I don't stand up and be louder and put all the bass in my voice and start yelling and spitting at the screen and everything else, then people are going to think that I'm some kind of a simp or something. And it's again, it's the whole mentality thing, how people look at other things. And I don't think it even has anything to do with age anymore. We used to be able to say the younger generation, but nah, I can look around the internet right now and there's people my age and older that
Yeah,
I would not have known that woman's like almost 20 years older than me. And I could have swore she was a teenager because the way she was talking, the way she would type and misspell everything and she talked like a kid. And when I found out that woman was like 75 or some shit. I was like, "Oh, god damn." Then, of course, then I had to go, "Don't let me
I'm
Yikes.
find out your business.
I'm
Don't let me find out your
gonna
business if you're gonna go talking bad about me and making up shit about me. Just don't let me find out your business,
Hey, this
please."
comment right here, it says it all though. It's because people are so desensitized.
yeah, yeah, she right.
They
It's right, and it's like this. And then a lot of
keyboard
things.
gangsters, that's what they call them.
Yeah,
They
that's
hide
what I.
behind the screens.
That's my
Facts.
favorite word. That's my favorite word. Hey, listen, I tell them that so quick. They keyboard gangsters. And then listen, for the record, 'cause I know he be listening and playing like he don't. 16 shot. I do not have a problem with you, young king. I have a problem, the same problem I have with Swipe. You guys want to dish everything out. But when somebody bring your name up or say your name, it's like y'all think y'all the Pope or y'all holier than thou. Like you can't say this
How
or you can't
dare you?
like. Hey, it's just like me. If I say something and I put my hat in the ring, I'm subject to whatever come with it. But what I'm saying is, y'all have to learn how to stop being so sensitive and learn how to understand what's a compliment and what's not right, or what's a sneak diss, or what's going on. I
Or
don't.
even
I'm
just critical, how do they call it?
constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism. There we go. There we go. That's the word I was thinking. A lot of people they get offended with that, and if you're trying to tell somebody something, like my daughter, when she uses words in the wrong place because she thinks she's sounding smart, it really makes her look dumber because it's that don't even belong in that sentence. And that's why I try to tell her off to the side so that way she's not going to make a fool out of herself. And a lot of adults they ain't about to hear that. Okay, well, go on, keep looking stupid then. Okay, that's the way. That's why I say as I, I'll try to reach out to somebody, but I'm not gonna beg them. It's on you. Once I told you,
Yeah, yeah. Cause
Yep.
that's all you can do.
saw, I saw the little shot he shot at me talking about you 50 years old or almost 50 years old. You on the internet acting crazy. I know your grandkids is ashamed of you. Like
Wow.
he wanted to respond, but I'm not gonna give him a response that he's looking for because at all times I'm gonna remain to be the adult. In my eyes, he's a
I
child.
can't promise I could do that all the time, but I try.
No, I'm gonna give him that
I try.
because it's like a lot of these guys, a lot of these people, they head is blew up like balloons.
Yeah.
Like like by these subscribers, these clicks, these likes, these views, they got them feeling like they on a pedestal or they feel
Yep.
like they just above this, above that. And I get it. I get it because it can be overwhelming. A lot of people follow him, a lot of people it is, but there's no substance to it. Because when you
Exactly.
log off and you do these type of things, look at the problems, look at the things that come with it. When you put out negative things, like you want
What
to
have you achieved at the end of the day? Exactly.
you want to argue, you want to go back and forth, you want to do this. You're not getting that out of me. I'm not gonna do that. You made your little remark. You said what you said. I guess you read the interview or you heard me wrong or whatever the case may be. I'm not doing that. And see, the thing is like I gave him his props and I gave DJU his props. Because at the end of the day, I stepped into their field, I stepped into their world. When it's
Yep.
all over, I stepped to their field, I stepped in their world. But at the same time, I come from a world where real recognize real. And real bulls and horns don't clash. That's how I know a lot of these people don't really like they really don't stand on the things that they supposed to stand on. So it's just like the internet that turned it to the streets, everybody just running wild. They got rid of the rules, they got rid of the principles, and they got rid of the ethics and the codes. They got rid of everything. So it's just
Yep.
Yeah.
everything else. That's why you be
What?
on here, you hear other
Who's
men.
going to enforce it? Who's going to
No,
enforce it?
but
That's
us
just like
being,
if the kids go to school and there's no teachers and no principals, you think them kids are just going to sit down in that classroom and start reading a book?
yeah, but
Hell
you got
nah.
though, you got to think about this. These are not kids. That's not a kid. He's 20 something years old.
I know, but I'm just saying, even as an adult,
We gotta stop.
we were taught to conform to wherever we're at in life. We always got to answer to somebody, whether it be our boss, if it be the bill collectors, or if it's the landlord, whatever.
But the
And
thing
and so
is,
we were raised that way. A lot of these other people, even though they were raised that way, they're recognizing that, hey, can't nobody make me, and there's not anybody gonna
it ain't
make them.
about
So
it
they
ain't
get
about,
that mentality going.
right.
It's a
Yeah,
big disconnect.
I got it
Yep.
right. I got it bad too. Y'all gotta forgive me for that. I got that bad. I got that's one of my pet peeves that I'm working on real hard. And my wife, she tell me that all the time. I just come from a background of when you came from a background of leading, it's like you always interject, and I got that bad, and I apologize.
No,
Like
you're
like
good.
can we no, but I need to stop that. It's a bad thing that I it's one it's something
We all come to hear what you got to say. And I
yeah,
know
but
I understand what you're saying because I've done it a lot too, as far as like, and people's pointed it out to me saying, why you got to go to so and so's channel and you just gotta put your 2 cents. Well, first off, my this is my thinking is they invited me and asked me to come, and so this or that, But then I still try to handle it respectfully. But on the same token, when you're used to being the one that has to do all the talking, has to do all the teaching, has to show whether they're younger or the same, it don't matter. But if you're the one that's used to that, that's what you're accustomed to.
right.
And yeah, it takes some work to like somebody said one time, one mouth and two ears, so you can listen twice as much. It's
Yeah.
like
I say all
it's
the time.
hard. it's hard when you're used to being the one. Like for me, I'm the oldest daughter. So, just different things like that. So since childhood, you know, but at the same time, I'm gonna tell you, I like to sit back and listen to other folks. It's just a lot of times other folks ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, it's almost like I believe us as a community, as a whole, we have to start holding people accountable. Like we too lenient on people that's doing nonsense.
I
Like
agree with you, but
that's why I mean by that's what I
folks
mean.
ain't folks don't want to do that. I mean,
Uh,
even folks that's not even in the mess, they don't even want to do it because it's like they feel I have that saying. I say your silence is your acceptance. If you don't speak up and say something, then you're just as guilty because you're accepting it. And some of my closest friends will argue about that. They'll say, "No, it's none of my business. I'm not getting in on it." You know, so we're both right, we're both wrong in a fashion. But I look at it like this: that's why the world is going to hell
Yep.
right.
as fast as it is. But then they'll like this is what they come back the argument they come back with. God already said the world's going to go to hell. You can't be fighting against God. Some smart Alex things like that. But the, at the same time, though, each person's got to do what they can feel okay with doing, to where at the end of the day, when they lay their head on that pillow, they're good with what they did for the day or they accomplished for the day. You know,
Right.
ignoring bad things, ignoring negative things, and not at least trying to reach out and say something or whatever or make something right. Some people's okay with that, and other people aren't.
So giving
We're
knowledge
in the
said,
minority. Just this, that's it right there. We're in the minority because we have a tendency of speaking out on it.
To be
right.
honest, it's kind of hard to stand by when you know right from wrong and don't speak up anything about it. I do agree with you. Your silence is a form of acceptance. We can't change people, but we can enlighten them on certain things that we might know better than them. So I kind of feel like it is our responsibility to see certain things that's going on and, as they say, put your 2 cents in. Cause that's why I was saying, like, as far as the YouTube kind of being cliquish and stuff. And when I mean cliquish, it could be cliquish in a wrong way to where people see that somebody's doing wrong, but because they got the clout, they're scared to
Yep.
speak up because they're going to be outcasted or whatever it is. But to be honest, you just gotta, die on that hill, as they say, because right is right and wrong is wrong. And
Yeah.
the people that you like could be wrong.
Yeah.
So that's why I stood on what I stood on, and I stood firm. I stood firm. I stood firm in peace. I stood firm that dude was a piece of garbage. I stood firm. Everybody else that was with him was a piece of garbage. I stood firm. I'm still here, and I'm still standing firm on that. And giving knowledge, he said, I just wish y'all would understand why they killing. The killing really goes on. So giving knowledge, that's the purpose of the documentary, Drill Killed Our Culture. I'm gonna go through all that. I'm gonna go through all that, and I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna give it to him real and raw. So I'm going to go back into it and let people really understand what really went on. And Zaya Nicole said the social media world and parents that want to be their kids' friends, it has ruined younger people. Yeah, they have no morals and principles. They no longer respect authority. You are absolutely right. Now I ain't mad at you, Nick. Why you say that, man? Knock it off, man. I ain't mad. So give it, Nick. You all good. Max Dollar said, "Hell on earth." He said, "We scream and stop it, but let's be real." Given knowledge said, we scream and stop it, but let's be real. It ain't just start. If you look up, it has been in the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, years, etc., and it's still going on. Then obviously what's being done ain't right. So let me say this. Let me say this to you, given knowledge, and what you said is is correct, but it's correct, but partially not correct as it got into the later years. See, like now. now there's no need for an oppressor. There ain't been no need for oppressor since like 2003, 2004. There's no need for oppressor because everything was set in full throttle to take the domino effect. One thing that we didn't really understand was how did they roll the ball out for gentrification. But we didn't understand that it was a 60-year plan that they properly planned for and put in motion to do, and it just rolled out. It just rolled out. And it caused us to lose our neighborhood. It caused us to lose our kids. It caused us to lose jobs. It caused us to lose a lot of things. And a lot of it will play back into civil rights and different things like that. So yeah, giving up, yeah, you're right. Giving up is part of the problem. You are absolutely right. So it's like we don't understand. We don't understand as a whole. And that's why I said collaboration is the key and galvanizing is the key. That's why they don't understand. And just like somebody said that this RICO should be a wake-up call. This RICO is going to destroy havoc, and it's going to destroy a whole lot of people than just the old block five.
It's gonna
Mark my words,
wipe out a generation, if not two.
mark my words.
It's gonna destroy a lot of families. I know that.
And one thing they gonna do for sure, a lot of them
I said,
unsolved homicides, they finna get
yep.
solved. They finna get solved.
If they ain't already solved, they just ain't told us yet.
Yeah, yeah. They finna get solved. So I mean, we have to understand. I just hope that it was a lesson learned. Right. Because all I kept on telling people was, listen, man, stop letting people tell y'all stuff and make them show y'all. Nobody wanted to listen.
Yep.
Nobody wanted to listen. I kept saying, listen, stop letting these people tell y'all all these horrific stories and make them show y'all. They never could. They never.
I still tell all my supporters, don't take my word for it. Go fact check me. Now, granted, 90-something% of them's not gonna go do it. But
you're right.
At the same time, I know that there's a chance that somebody might, if nobody else, one of my haters will, just so they an opportunity to try to prove me wrong or something. So you got to be diligent in what you're putting out there. And I don't understand that. If I come up on your panel and I tell you, tomorrow when the sun rises, it's going to shoot out purple rays because the Illuminati done took over, and you sit there and you agree with me, and your whole chat agrees with me, that's what I see happening. It's like, and I'm thinking that I'm watching people do, something to me that's, they'll say something that outrageous, and you just see everybody, yep, you're right, you so right. Are y'all serious? What are and it blows my mind. And again, to me, that's part of the why I say it's scary out there, because you got people that really think like that. Those are some dangerous people, because y'all are just dumb, but collaboration, you're correct, is a key to a lot, because that's unity. But at the same time, it's very difficult to find, the right ones that's going to be able to click together, and
The oldest thing that they ever did was when they formed the Costa Nostra and the five families, to where it was no boss. I think that was the most genius thing they could have ever done, because
everybody had to.
it's so much responsibility when you got one man or one woman in power than to have the room equal. To have the room equal, have the power equal. So it's like a lot of things. It's like a lot of things that we just don't cover and we really don't understand. It's like a lot of people like everybody want to say it's a BDGD war, right? And we gonna cover this in the documentary. But how could it be a BDGD war? You got BDs that's saying they BDK, and you got GDs that saying they GDK,
That's
and they
that's
got
when you say they're confused.
so so so
That's all it is.
so y'all just get ready. That's all I can tell y'all.
I'm
Y'all,
I'm ready. I've
but
been
we
ready.
y'all gonna, I'm gonna put a few teasers on YouTube, but we're gonna have to go find that whole documentary on either Tubi or Netflix. So I'm letting y'all know right now. I ain't really on no YouTube heavy. I'm gonna put a few trailers on there, but we gonna take it to a higher level because also with the documentary, I'm trying to start off with that I could create some type of job fairs or job awareness with these young guys. So we need funding. And this way we can create a funding without have to hurt anybody's pockets or have to ask anybody for anything. We can use the
Yeah,
proceeds, put it back in the neighborhood, and actually get these create jobs, guys, and actually try to do something for the families of these guys that actually lost their lives in the midst of these type of things. So it's gonna be a lot to come from it, and it's not just gonna stop with the documentary. It might end up having to be two parts, but I'm
that's what I
actually
was
trying.
gonna ask you if it was gonna be like a series or something,
Yeah,
maybe.
it's gonna end up being maybe like two parts because I don't want to make it too long and draw it out to where it's not interesting anymore. And then I'm trying to actually like I want to roll off to a hip hop Chicago or some type of TV show where we can get these guys involved and we can really show, what's really going on in the trenches. Not nobody that's actually out here trying to fake it till they make it. And that's the
Yeah,
main thing. And that's really what I hate with a lot of these guys that's doing these interviews and they interviewing these guys and they not getting with the real people that's actually in Chicago or actually in these neighborhoods or actually going through these day-to-day trauma situations. And
yeah.
I believe that's just unfair. And it's like
It,
everything they doing it for the net or they doing it for the gram,
exactly,
doing it for this.
exactly.
Like because my thing is if you're not willing to be front line, you're not willing to be front line and actually like push the work and push the message. I just believe you should take the back seat.
Mhm.
Just you can
Everybody's got a position. Some
I
exactly
of
was just
them's got
about
to
to
be a
say that.
cheerleader on the sidelines, and someone's got to be a player, and someone's got to be the coach. Everybody's got a
Yep.
place that they could be. But like what you were saying there, that it reminded me like of Zach. He would go in there and find people, even though he did it everywhere. But I had I want to say followed him, but from time to time I would watch him. I want to say back in like 2013, 2014. And I remember the first time that I heard him say something about somebody's got to pay him to do the interview so he could feature them. I remember scratching my head and thinking, "What?" But then this past year, 2 years, whatever, all these new bloggers, they having to pay the guests to come on their show. And my first reaction was again the same way, like what? And then I realized, wait a minute, which way should it be? So it everything in life is come in circle and then goes up and down like a roller coaster at the same time. But what you were saying about the whole 60-year plan, I'm gonna go back to that for a minute. Now, I don't know a whole lot about it. I've heard a little bit about it. I've read a little bit about it. So I can't really tell you how I feel, but I'll say this. Take this into consideration. Imagine that 60-year plan was made without the help of technology.
exactly. So that
Do you
just
know how
goes.
scary that is? If
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm not real computer literate like a lot of other people, but I do understand how like the analytics and stuff work. And I watch a lot of movies and shows where it may be futuristic or whatever, but at the same time they can calculate what you're going to be doing 10 years from now, Dale, because they've they've the computers learned your habit. And people are mostly creatures of habit. So if Dale gets up and he picks up his cell phone and he checks his messages and he checks different social media sites, it keeps up with all that in some database somewhere. So they already know in 10 years what platforms are even going to be
So,
around, whether
so
it be YouTube, Facebook,
stop
and
right there.
Instagram.
Stop right there.
Yes.
Pause right there. Please pause right there. That goes back to me saying, have that or play with the government. That see you hit the nail,
Impossible.
and I've been waiting on that because this is what I keep trying to tell them, and that's why the FBI do not chase people. That's why they do not care. They wait because one thing they know, we are what creatures of what.
Creatures of habit.
So they know sooner or later you're gonna resort back to what you was doing before they
Exactly.
even get to your heels, and they'll be right there waiting on you. They got
They're
all the
gonna
money,
wait for you
all
to
the
get
resources,
comfortable. Like that's what I said the other night. They'll be sitting in that white van with their binoculars, eating that stale bologna sandwich, just waiting on you to get comfortable again,
and
to
you're
go
gonna
back
do
to
it.
your old ways. And you're
And
gonna do
you're
it.
gonna do it. You're gonna do it
You're gonna.
because you go back to your habit. So my
Yep.
thing, my thing about that is this: they already know. They are listen, man. They talking about COVID already. They talking about COVID already. They talking about a new strand, new finna come. It's finna be. We finna be in the mass mandate again. I think.
Again,
This is.
Lord, ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, but it's finna happen.
I got missed by it last time. My youngest child kept getting it, and I guess she kept getting the weaker strain of it because she had it like 10 times. But then I
Right.
had other people that passed away from it, you know. So my thing is this, that's the part where me not liking to go out there in the public much because I don't like to get around people anymore like I used to. I guess that was a positive thing for me because when that first happened and all the mask and everything were required, I had my granddaughter and we were going to the grocery store because my husband kept saying, "You got to go get this, you got to go get that, everything," and I didn't understand what the big hoopla was. So okay, come on, let's go. Took her, and yeah, the shelves were empty and stuff. But I'm looking around, and me and her's wearing masks, and neither one of us want to, and we're looking around, and nobody else is wearing a mask, you know, and it's like okay. And I can say this by the time I got over here to help take care of my dad, I haven't wore a mask or nothing because I feel like it's not airborne. It's it's cleared out, whatever. But I never had to get a test. I never had to get any shots, whatever, all that, nothing because I wasn't out there in that mix. Some people didn't have that luxury because they still had to go punch a time clock. I didn't have to punch a time clock, so I had that benefit. But you know, I'm gonna say it again. I said it the last time around. That's not natural. They making it and they playing with it and they throwing it out there at us. That's it.
Hey, the radio. What's the word? My family. What's the word? Nick, man, you tripping? I told you all good. Ain't nobody tricking with you, man. I had COVID 4 times.
Mm.
Damn.
I ain't get that. I ain't getting that vaccine. I'm not getting it. My wife didn't get it. We totally against it. We ain't doing it. And the thing about it is this, man. All of that, I believe COVID was man made.
It is. It
But
is. It is.
what they not saying is, I heard it's a strand of HIV or something in it.
Wouldn't
So,
surprise me.
well, it got something to do with the way it attack your immune system.
Yep.
Me and Queen Evie was talking about it one time on
Well,
the
the last strains had something like that. I don't know what all it was, but like my husband, because of him having diabetes and congenital heart disease, my mother-in-law really pushed for him to go get the shot and the doctor and all that. So he didn't want to, but he went ahead and did it because they had him convinced that if he were to catch this COVID, that it was going to attack his immunity system because of some about him being more uh, susceptible to it because of the congenital heart disease and stuff. And for
told me the same
me, it
thing.
was stupid. You could say it's stupid, but the only reason why I didn't do any of it, I don't want nothing stuck up in my nose. I can't do that. Y'all got to tranquilize me if you want to put something in my nose like that. That's really the bottom line to it, But it's still, I don't feel like they've done enough research on the shots and stuff like that to be able to force people to be doing it. And a lot of people at their jobs were forced to do it. That was to me was wrong. It really was. I mean, I get it. You don't want it to spread, but I think even the schools were doing that where you had to show proof that your child got immunized with it or whatever. And I'm like, that ain't even right.
Yeah, man, I ain't these people rough.
Yeah, I was cool on it because they rushed it. I feel if you still doing other things and y'all had a test run it for years, what make you think this is going to be cool within 30, 60 days that y'all been test
Yeah,
running it? Like, nah, I'm straight.
right. I
Yeah,
kept waiting for somebody. I mean, it didn't. I hate to say it, it didn't surprise me when the deaths were occurring. I kept expecting other things to happen though, like weird new diseases to pop out because of getting those shots and stuff. And it may still happen. It may be, God forbid, like, one of my daughters will got the shot, and then whenever she has a baby, something's wrong with it. We won't know that because you don't know those things. Just like with the old immunization stuff that we got as children, those things were studied and researched for decades before they could finally come up with, okay, this is the effect that it may or may not have because of this, but this you got to weigh out the differences and all that. Look, don't play with me. Don't put me on that panel because I ain't voting.
Man,
yeah.
I
facts. The
I ain't gonna
if
vote.
Johnson and John, the only thing I'm gonna say about this is if Johnson and Johnson been doing studies for years and still getting cases to this day, I'm straight.
Just yeah, yeah. How it
Y'all
take y'all 150 years to figure out y'all talcum powder causes cancer? No, no.
ain't
Let me go
this.
see y'all because my granny was using that and she died of cancer. So I guess it's y'all's fault too.
He just didn't care. That's all.
I think that's part of it. In the pharmaceutical world, I think that does play a big part because I mean, you look at the whole opioid epidemic, if you will, to find out years later that it was the pharmacists pushing the doctors and the doctors forcing it on the patients and stuff. And now what happened? Now you got a big percentage of the United States that's addicted to it or whatever. It's like, no, even I can say this honestly, and I guess it's again going back to the fear of God or just how you're raised or whatever. When I went through my partying stages, I tried a lot of things and I did a lot of stupid stuff. But there was just certain things that I would remember hearing somebody else say along the way, and it would be just enough to scare the hell out of me. Like, I ain't never gonna try that. No, I don't want to play Russian roulette. That ain't fun, you know. And with when you turn around and you have a doctor trying to give you this prescription, you trust that doctor. You don't realize that the effect that it's gonna have, and I think a lot of people should have, a lot more people should have sued them people and should have sued the government, should have sued everybody. I don't know.
Hey,
That shit was,
had the radio said you shoot yourself with a virus.
yeah, when you get the immunization, yeah. But I learned that, growing up that ultimately what it like the chicken pox shot, I think was the newest one that came out when I had kids. So I'm giving my kid a chicken pox shot to get chicken pox so they won't get chicken pox. Explain that one.
Make it make sense.
And all I kept thinking is, we all went through chicken pox with the calamine lotion. Get over it. Come on. And my second daughter, she still ended up getting the not a bad case of them, but she got them. But because of them getting the shot so young, she was still in diapers and stuff. And so some of those little dots or whatever turned into impetigo within just like a day or two because it was within the diaper area. Now we got other issues going on, So that's what nah, y'all didn't have to come out with that chicken pox immunization shit. We all lived through it just fine. That's crazy.
Well, you know,
But
I go. Hey, Lord Timothy Trails, there anything you want Anything you want to point out about this case while we on here?
Um, I'll say this. I'm still hearing, and I don't know if people are just repeating or if people really believe it or if people don't care. But I'm still hearing craziness like, and it kind of perturbs me because it's causing me to have to defend the man that tried to flag my channel, but right is right and wrong is wrong. There is nowhere in any of the documents, not the state, not the federal, that shows anything that connects him to Kenny Mac's phone, text, or Kenny Mac's gun. All I don't care if he was shared a cell with the guy, whatever. That they didn't have a gun in the phone up in there. I literally before this live, I was actually going back over, um, just making some stuff that I figured maybe I'll stick it in a video or something where I want to say it's more like it kind of looks like flashcards. This was his victim number one, and putting the description where I cropped it out of the documents and putting it on there. And while I was doing that, I'm looking at, and there's nothing in the world that connects Trenches to Kenny Mac as far as this case goes. And so it's disturbing because for me to sit here and say it on my platform or on your platform, and then I turn around and go scrolling, and then you got three channels that are popular with the 100,000 subscribers each, saying things like, "Y'all don't listen to those other people pushing out false narratives and blah 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 blah." And I can say this right now for me on my channel, things are positive as far as people being receptive of me showing the paperwork. I've always done that no matter what case I've worked on. And many times the feedback I get is, how do we know you didn't edit it? How we know you ain't fake? Something, it's always something negative. So I can say this right now, I get positive feedback and I really appreciate that a lot. But again, in all honesty, it doesn't matter how big your channel is, how small your channel is, how many views, subscribers, likes, all that. If you want to know the facts and the details, even if it's not me, I mean, find a channel that's going to show you and not just show you bits and pieces. Because that's another thing. People show little bits and pieces and they're not even really telling you what's on that. They're putting their own twist of a narrative on there. If you want to know the truth, you got to do some of that work by figuring
So
out who you're listening to is whether or not they're factual.
so it's safe to say that I was right again because I
He's
told.
he snitched the hell out of everything he could, but he's not
Yeah,
connected to that gun and those text messages.
thank you. Like I said he was not telling to save Duck. He was telling to save himself.
Yeah, let me see here because I didn't finish working. What I was working on. I've got a whole bunch of them cut out, but it's right here. It says okay, where the text says, "Come on, get your gun." Uh, I'm on Duck and all that. Okay, that the report on that should I say is from August the 18th of 2020. And I can tell you that one of the things, or I'll put it like this, one of the things that I was going to go do, I don't know if I'll find an answer or not, but on some of these pages that I feel like this is Trench talking here to the cops, whatever, and I see the dates and stuff, I'm going to go see, was he on his channel? Was he on his social media? You see what I'm saying? See how busy he was. Did he have time to be talking to these cops and telling them all these things? You know, um, because that's the way that I research. Granted, it may only take 5 minutes to tell the cops a whole bunch of stuff, but at the same time, at least I'm trying to find out. Like this one document here where it says somebody went at 3:45 the next morning after Duck's murder. They went down to the police station. Let me see here. I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. And to me, the red flag that popped off the very first time I saw it was the fact of knowing, because like I said, I followed Trenches, listened to his stories for a long
Yeah,
time. He will tell the same stories over, and he will tell them in the same manner. What does a case from 2010 have to do with anything that's connected to this case? Now I get it how they want to connect up Ki and Odie Perry because they're trying to show a history of the beef or whatever. Okay, Rava's case has nothing to do with any of that. But who's the only channel that you ever hear speaking on Rava's case? You know,
yours, yours.
you know, and like I said, August the 5th, it says at 3:45 in the morning. Now the report was done that evening, but the notes that was taken says at 3:45 in the morning, whoever this is, it says he said, so we know it's a guy, Duck had a price on his head. And a murder of Rava from Parkway Gardens may be related. He stated he knows all the players and can help to make any identifications if needed. He said they are all on YouTube and post everything they do. This is the state paperwork. This is not even the feds. This is something that I've had for well over a year anyway, and I've got, when I get these documents, I always like make double copies because I'll have chicken scratch notes all over the side of them. So this is my clean copy here. But to me that was a red flag. Now, did I know that Trench was I didn't mean that. Was a cooperator? No, I didn't know that they were even going to tell us. The very first thing that I thought of was, damn, this person talks like Trench. He tells the same stories. I wonder if there's anything behind it. That was my thought because I'm somebody from the outside looking in. But again, being able to put those context clues together, those red flags together, um, and like I said, this one here, it says, let's see, and I like to use the ones where it's handwritten, even though it's hard to read what the hell they wrote, because a lot of this they don't put in the typewritten information. Um, let's see, what does this say? This is about somebody being chased. Okay, so this is where uh Turpin and his, I done named his friend Buddy because ain't nobody knows his name, so he got a name named Buddy. Who's you know, I still want to know who is chasing them. And I hate to say it, but uh those pictures that I found this past week and reading all these documents over and over and over again, I I'm sure that it's on the footage, and I'm hoping that the feds would have said something, but then the feds, they're not gonna tell us everything. Even the witnesses that they are putting out here for us, guess what? Those are not the star witnesses. Y'all think that they showing their aces?
I keep
No.
telling you that. I keep
Those
telling
aces, they're keeping them up their sleeve. So when I
man, I
hear the channel
telling
say, "Oh,
everybody
so
that.
and so is gonna be a star witness," no, they're not.
I keep telling
What?
everybody that. That's the
To me,
see that
that's the equivalency of, you're dirty and you got to go report to your PO, and you're going to go and report and you're going to pee in the cup. So you're just going to give them some evidence to hold against
Yep.
you. Okay. That's the same thing. The feds is not going to sit here and put out their star information, especially since the documents said that they're, because of the way the RICO laws are set up, they're not even required to give the defense all of the discovery before the trial starts. They're not even required to. So you think that they're fixing to tell us who their star witnesses? No, they're not. You know, let's see here. The one that was texting with Kenny Mack, this is what they were taking notes from him. This is his interview here. And he said that there was 50,000 on Duck's head. Um, this is the part that I want to find out, or I'm still trying to find out. And this is from the same guy, but here it speaks about, he's sitting on his grandma's porch and Kenny comes or whatever. And yeah, apparently that's when he's actually going to finally get the gun back, switch guns, whatever they're doing. But it says something about brother was recording guy in the street, pulled a U-turn and flew down the block I was on my grandma's porch, said I thought or something. They throw the gun up on the roof and he's mad. Now that's another negative about these handwritten ones is because some of the officers don't write a full sentence. They write sentence fragments. So you got to try to figure out what the hell they're trying to say. Um, then he's saying here how Kenny Mac tried to get rid of the car keys. None of that makes sense to me. But it still notes that the cops took down. So it means something somewhere. And I might have to wait till October or November to find out. But
And I'm
um,
telling y'all, we all gonna have to wait. We're gonna really have to wait to October because I told y'all, man, if y'all think the Fed's gonna show their hand, y'all crazy.
they are not.
Listen,
Now, here's
they
something
play
that everybody
chess.
hasn't seen. They haven't pointed out anyway. On that other that one document that I have, the typewritten one that has all those black lines, so and so is so and so and so and so and so and so. This is the handwritten ones here. These 2 pages right here. Part of what's covered up on the typed up ones is this right here, Gleesh. So Gleesh's name is in this as well.
Yeah,
Yep. What I mean, let me show you what I'm talking about.
I see it with Glee's name in it.
No, hold on. Let me come back and do this a different way so I can show all of it. Uh, the one that the when I put it out there, I put the typewritten one out there, and that's the one, of course, that everybody screenshot and took off with is what I'm talking about. But which looks like this. Well, I highlighted it, but it looked like this. Okay, so this is the way that everybody sees it. But before it was the typed up one, it was this handwritten one. See where it says Marcus Smart is Muwap. He carried out several murders for Old Block. Now, again, they make a lot of mistakes. I don't know why. It says GD. There's a lot of times that they'll say GD and when they mean BD and vice versa. Now, you look over here. What does it say? Marcus Smart Muwap had conducted several murders on behalf of the Old Block Black disciples. See, they write it out more proper and prim and whatever. But again, they got this all covered up down here, right? So nobody is paying attention. Gleesh's name is in this. And his big old gap. Yep, him and his gap. Yes. Um I was working on this before the live, like I said, trying to fill in the blanks as far as everybody, and I understand why, but everybody feels like this up here is King Von, where it says that who supported O Block with drugs and firearms would give out jewelry and go vacations and stuff like that, right? Did y'all forget how much that little Dirk does the same thing? And that's what I'm saying is you gotta keep all those list of names to try to figure it out, uh, uh, because if you put in here Dirk Banks as Little Dirk, who supported O Block with drugs and firearms. Yes, Lamron is his baby, but he is at the same token, he is still supporting O Blockians. You see what I'm saying? And but at the same time, it could be Davon Bennett. Now, one of the things that I've done in other cases, and I tried it in this case, is I will set my settings on to where the if I type on here, the size of the letters are exactly the same size as what they have, and then I try to put the names in there to see what fits. Problem is, like here, I know how they write. They put the last name with all capitals, and then the first name is just the first letters capital, right? So I do the same format like they do. And the problem is, Davon Bennett does not fit in here at all. Dirk Banks fits. It's a little shy, but at the same time, I know with CPD, and this is a CPD paper, they are known to overstretch a lot of times that the black square. Now, if you're curious, I'll take a chance. I'm not even gonna say allegedly because my opinion does not reflect everybody else who owns these channels that I'm on their panel. This is Wiley all the way down, just because of the going back to the handwritten stuff and what they're saying over here. The way that things are worded. You know what I mean? Um, and I don't know all these guys like because I never really followed all of them. I just followed a couple of them, so I don't know how they talk. But I don't think that let's say I don't know BJ. BJ's not going to introduce Charles Liggins as this is Shroyd Liggins' brother. Da, da, da. You see what I'm saying? But certain people do. That's the first thing out of their mouth. You know that's C Murder is Shroyd Liggins' brother. You get where I'm going with that?
Yeah.
It's just, they tell the story over and over the same way. Preachers of habit. Now, I plan on going and seeing where the hell he was at on January the 11th of 2021. If I can find out. Yes, I am. Because I really think that this is him. And I will say this. His name fits like a charm right in there. The way they write it with all capitals, the last name, perfect. All the way up and down. Now, here's a puzzle for anybody that wants to do it. So if he identified somebody as somebody, okay, so this person here is this person, which is he and this person were once friends, but recently had a falling out. Now, when they say recently, this is in early 2021. So who was Trench's beefing with in 20 or stop talking to, whatever. You got the list of people. All those alphabet where you got Boss Top and uh uh BJ and Duke and all that, that list. Those are things that I'm trying to figure out, and not that it's gonna be an absolute carved in a stone like Moses in the Ten Commandments, but for my own curiosity, for my own satisfaction, that's what I like to do. But I'm not gonna make something fit in that block. You know what I mean? Like, I'll say this. Most people say Muwap is the shooter. Okay, but Muwap's already written right here, so Muwap's not going to be listed as a shooter. But if you do your due diligence and research, and I don't know dilly squat much about BJ, but I do know that not too long ago he was arrested for being a suspect of a murder of a younger guy. And I don't know anything about how the case turned out. I just remember seeing a video on it, and that's how I got his government name. And I plan on looking it up and see what I can find out about it. But as far as typing his government name here and then typing BJ here, yeah, it's like a glove.
Damn.
Now, is there going to be a whole bunch of names that's not used up? Yeah, because like D Rose, I don't have nowhere to fit him at. Zell, maybe, the lower level Oblakian, but at the same time, that means that he called him Zelmunna and not Zell. But then his whole full name, Ezel Rawls, this is really too big. See, and I'll go with this here to line it up and see that it turns out too big. So that's what I deal with like that, just to kind of break the monotonous up when I'm researching.
But that's a good observation, though.
much love, Pharaoh down for sure.
It's just something I've done in older cases, and I met one other researcher that was doing the same thing, and the thing is like I said, the problem with that is it's not guaranteed, and then you're gonna have people that is gonna change that font from a 16 to a 14 to make their narrative word fit in there, that person that they want to say is that. And by you guys watching it on especially on your mobile devices, y'all can't really tell if that font is a little bit smaller. So then you're going to take that person's word for it that, oh, that was so and so because his name fits in there. So that's why I really don't tell people to go and do that. But for myself, me researching, I'm not cheating myself out of knowledge. So I'm gonna match up the fonts to what they already have there, so I know what size fonts they were using on their computer. And it's a good tool if you're honest with your research. But yeah, there's gonna be some surprises going along, and I want to say I'd love to be there, but then at the same token, I don't know if that would be smart or safe. So,
Yeah.
because no matter which way things, I mean, in reality, we can say it's a open closed case. Um, it's going to be, in my opinion, it's going to be a matter. How do they say it? Um, they're going to take a chunk of meat. It's going to be a matter of how much meat are they taking, that type of thing, as far as uh, punishment goes. And I think that's what a lot of the the arguing back and forth between the two sides and with the attorneys and all that. And yeah, the attorneys so far have putting up a good argument, but again, I got to remind myself, the feds have not pulled out even their high. What do you call, not the face cards, but the other one, they're 8, 9, and 10. They're still just showing us the 2, 3s, and 4s, and then they still got the king, queen, and aces sitting up over there on the shelf.
Yep.
So that's why I say they got the case beat. It's just going to be a matter of who's going to get what kind of punishment,
Do you
and
feel
and
like
it's
my
scary
bad?
to me because I don't think any of these guys, because the mentality that they have, as far as looking at life and treating it like a damn video game, and not remembering that you can't just put a couple of quarters in and start over and get new lives. When they get this punishment handed to them, it's going to be a awful wake up call to them. And what's going to happen is they're going to get put on medication. And then, if any of them are lucky enough to ever see the light of day outside of the prison walls, because they're going to be on that that mental, what do you call it? Mental health medication. I'll just put it like that. They're not going to come out as a normal person. Just being locked up alone, you don't come out the same at all.
True. Do
Go
you
ahead,
feel
ask your
like they
question.
throwing? I was about to say, do you feel like they throwing this little bait out there to see who's going to bite and for them to turn on each other?
Yeah,
In
yeah,
some ways,
yeah.
yes. But at the same time, it's not so much for the case that they got. It's more so for the minnows that they might be able to scoop up with it, because they've
That they,
already got what they got.
right, it's for the people that they miss.
Yeah. Because when you throw that cast net out, depending on what size you got, if you got a 5, 6, 9 footer, whatever, and it don't always throw in the perfect circle. Sometimes it acts stupid and gets hung up. They scoop it up, and a lot of the little minnows and perch and shad, they all get away. So you start doing some stupid shit and throwing it out there. And yeah, somebody's gonna be stupid and bite. And if they
Hmm.
do, they're gonna reel it in. Because you gotta remember, look at how the sets, no matter what their title is and no matter what their so-called flag is, whether it's BD, GD, it don't matter. One way or another, they are all intertwined, kind of like the roots of a tree underneath the streets. If you could actually see underneath the ground and wherever you live at, you got the neighbor's roots going with your roots, and it's all the way down to, and you can't, same thing with these sets. They're all intertwined. So you might have somebody on the west side, but if you connect the dots enough, it'll connect all the way down over to the southeast side. And if you're able to pick that person up over there, guess what? You might get lucky. Swoop everybody up on this diagonal line over here, because that happened to be a simp that couldn't hold his own and decided, I'll have to tell because y'all gonna put me in here for 6 months, like, something like that. So yeah, they're doing that, but again, I can't say that I'm mad at them, because do you, for them to be arresting and charging people, that means that they were doing something wrong to society. I just feel like my biggest thing is, uh, if somebody's guilty of something, you charge them with that. Unless it's something so severe like a serial killer that you can't charge them, and whatever, but you can't get them, then okay, then if you got to go a different route and charge them with something else just to get them off the street to be safe, then. But other than something severe like that, all this other extra stuff, like we can't get you on this, so we're gonna get you on that. Yeah, I don't think that's right, because they take an oath, as far as the cops, the prosecutors, the judges, and the oath says, you know, what right is right and wrong is wrong.
But what
They
we
don't
don't
have a
understand,
they don't have a gray area. So if
I'm
you
gonna tell
don't
you
have a
what it
gray
is.
area, don't start playing in a gray area just so you can win.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna tell you what's missing though. See
What's that?
what the part that's missing is the FBI, the Chicago police, the ATF, they all working. Antonio, what's the word? They all working together. So whoever got the strongest case, that's who's gonna present it. So I guess the feds got the strongest case.
Yep.
So that's who presented with the help of CPD, with the help of the ATF, and so on and so on. So that's
Yep.
why it's so much paperwork and so much things been going on. Because
And you
they
think about it, you got the ATF is involved because they got the cases of all these guns being illegally purchased and shipped around, and you know, again, I'm gonna use myself as an example. Going from Texas, first off, we don't even I don't know what y'all call them, the FOIA cards. We didn't I don't even know what we got, but I know I'm eligible to be able to have a license. I just ain't never went and got one. Okay. But not in this state where I'm from. In Florida, they don't want you to have it. Okay. But when I came here, I brought my nine with me. Now, it never occurred to me how, until I read old boy's case transcript. What was it? Little D, the one that was irritating me trying to read what he was saying because he talked like a child. But one of the charges that they had on him was because he took the gun across from Illinois to Indiana, I think it was, or whatever.
yeah,
It's never occurred to me that, damn, you crossed 5 states,
yeah, you got action.
you know. But
You
and
got
that's what I'm
action.
saying is because I don't feel like I'm doing anything wrong, as far as that type of thing. The same token, these guys, yes, they know killing is wrong, but they become so accustomed to so many things like not having to answer and have any consequences to their actions unless they get caught, that type of thing. That is the same mentality almost in that it's normal for us to carry a gun because we're raised to carry a gun to protect ourselves, because if you don't, you can't even go down there and get you a bag of hot Cheetos without somebody trying to threaten your life. That's life in Chicago. Okay? Got it. But now you're going to go visit grandma and she lives in Indiana. You just committed a felony because you carried that gun across the state line.
Mm-hmm.
And God forbid if it's if I ain't gonna lie. I mean, this gun, it's the serial numbers and all that shit still on there and all that. But I don't know the history on it. I just know that my child had it. She made me angry. I told her because she wasn't keeping it put away. If my granddaughter would have wanted to get into it, she could have. And it wasn't my daughter's, it was a roommate of hers. And so one day they came home and that shit wasn't there no more. It's a nice, pretty nickel plated chrome looking thing. It's pretty and it shoots very loudly, but no, and that's why I took it. But at the same time, I know how to use it if but it never really occurred to me that, bitch, you an ex felon and committed how many felonies just driving down the road, really? You think about it, you know?
Yeah,
And I think that that's what happens even in Chicago with the younger folks. It's not that they're totally stupid. It's just that it doesn't occur to them when they get handed the punishments for whatever they're gonna get finalized on. That's what I'm saying is those guys, you're gonna watch the color just drop out of their face.
Yeah, I think it's just the mentality of the I'd rather be caught with it than without it.
Well, it's true, but that's part of, and don't take this the wrong way, but that's part of living where you're living
Yeah.
because at the same time, uh, if you've had thousands and thousands of dollars selling drugs or robbing and stealing folks, hustling, whatever you did, that you flashing this bands and bands of money. All you had to do, if you ain't even got a suitcase, get you a trash bag then. pack your shit, get on the Greyhound, whatever. I don't even know if we ain't got no buses down here, but I don't know if y'all got them up there or not. But you see what I'm saying? Go take it and
Mm-hmm.
start over. They don't do that. And I think that I can say that what I've heard from the public outside of Chicago, that's a big complaint that I've heard. And I didn't really agree with it until I guess it was years into it, thinking about it. Some people can't do that. Some people won't do that because they've got such ties there, whether let's say grandma's not going to leave because grandpa's buried there. And if she leaves, her daughter might go with her. But what about the grandkids from the son? So I understand all that. But at the same time, as you're becoming an adult, you leave your parents' house, you start your own life. And if you're flashing on Instagram all these bands of money, take it all the way, keep going. I don't know to tell you to go east, west, or south, or hell, try Canada. I don't know. I can't tell you that. But obviously, where you're at is not working. And a lot of them, I don't even think realize that a lot of the rest of this country, we don't have to live like that. But I do understand why they live like that because I would be the same way. I'd be the idiot walking around with a goddamn grenade, okay? That's just me. I'm going to have it tied up to where all I got to do, the pin's going to be tied to me somewhere. I ain't even got to pull the pin because when I go to throw the shit at you, the pin's already pulled. That's my
It's already
mentality.
cooked.
That's it, you know? Because if I got to live in that type of situation, I'm living to not be dead. I'm
Yeah.
not going to say living to win because it's not winning, but to not be dead. That's what it boils down to. But at the same time, then you do whatever you got to do. And if you're a parent and you're doing something that's not morally correct, you don't let your kids know what you're doing to do whatever it is you got to do to get them to a better place. You don't. I mean, I've never looked at women that did things that I wouldn't do to make their money, as long as they were doing that because of their kid or whatever. I get that, but don't raise them up to be like you. Don't act like it's all good. Take that money because you're getting a hell of a lot of money on that a pole or whatever it is. Instead of buying you some of them, did you need new nails 3 times a week? Come on, you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
But
think
people
it's the fact of
they
them
get
getting caught up in
hypnotized
the
with all
fact
that
that
money. They do. They get hypnotized with money,
mm-hmm.
and
Your
and
morals
it's
kind of go
easily
out
to
the
fall into
window.
that. It's easy to fall into that. I mean, I've done it myself. My kids have done it, but again, it's called self discipline, and you got to get your priorities straight. Do you want to have better for your children? If you don't have children and you want children, where do you want your children to grow up? Where they feel like they got to walk around with a gun or a grenade or something, Or do you want them to be
Mm-hmm.
able to go outside and play out in the yard until the street lights come on? There's still a lot of places like that in America. Yes, there's still murders here. There's still killings here, but n- they don't have to walk around with guns. They don't have to. Uh, and I remember in San Antonio, running into I met some people, ladies that homeless, and I gave them tips, and I guess it's just the way my brain thinks, because they had a little kid, and I was like, look, don't spend your money on toilet paper. But we need it. No, you don't, because you see those porta potties all over these construction sites. You go in there and get your roll of toilet paper out of those porta potties, and you spend that $2 on getting something, food. You see what I'm saying? So I used to
Mm-hmm.
tell them little things like that, because what they were doing was they were going into the stores and they were letting their toddler eat while they're shopping, but they're not really shopping because when the toddler had enough to eat, they would just leave the store. And so they knew that they were taking a chance of being arrested because technically that's shoplifting. So I would
Yeah.
give them little ideas like that, other ways to 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 be able to save this money so that you can take that money and actually put it into food for your child. And I pretty much for the most part always had positive reciprocation with that, but uh, it's just so easy to just to let me just walk in the store and grab me a spoonful of Peter Pan peanut butter and keep moving. Now you're arrested. Why? Now you got for shoplifting. Now somebody done pissed you off in county and they tried to hit you or they tried to shank you and you had to defend yourself. Now you got first degree murder. All for a scoop of goddamn peanut butter. People don't realize it. They think that oh, you're stretching. No, shit like that happens that quick and that easy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's over. It's game over. You know, at that point. So I think I rambled on enough. uh, I doubt Big Dale must be talking with his peoples. I'm
Yeah, he got
excited
it on.
for his documentary to come out. I kind of hope. I mean, it's work though, but I kind of hope it turns into a series because it'd be nice to have something to look forward to. You know, even if it's just like a 30-minute type of episode type thing. Because who was it? Chicago World News, I think it was. He used to do like Chicago history, but it was mixed with a lot of old stuff or whatever. But I would always check it out just to see if it was on an area that I was at least interested in, and I'd be
Yeah.
playing it while I'm doing housework around the house or whatever. But I was really actually listening to it, and a lot of times, I would pick up something and I'd learn something, and it caused me to go researching it, and that's how I ended up where I'm at right now. It,
Yeah, I think that documentary is going to bring some good change. Like right now, pushing peace isn't the popular opinion. All this negativity is around, but to be honest, once one person do it, they got to set the trend. It's not going to catch on that fast, but once they do, it's just going to be like a
it's slow.
avalanche. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's slow. Charlize says that part of the problem in the areas is that the families don't have the money to move the whole family. And I agree. That's why I said that if it's none of us moms want our kids to really, really move out or move away or out of state, and we're gonna cry and it's gonna hurt and we're gonna feel so like they don't love us. But in the whole big picture of it, they're bettering themselves by getting out of a situation, a bad area. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot. I mean, think about it. A lot of these young adults. I'm not gonna overstretch it and say, oh, they could have been doctors and all this other. Some of them maybe, yeah, because there were some that I know had a higher IQ and had that mentality that they could have been, but they just chose to be street. And but at the same time, even if they're not one of the lucky ones to be like that, just a regular everyday layman job, if you can go to work and use a nail gun, I don't know what they pay in y'all's area. Down here, it's hit and miss. Might be $20, it might be $10, but still, it's still gotta be better than having to be looking over your shoulder.
Facts.
Because that's 24/7. Even in your sleep, there's been so many years that people had to sleep on the floors. People had slept in the bathrooms. You see, I'd be the one that's like, I'm sleeping in the center. I don't care what level I'm on. Because you know what? That bullet can come through the wall, it can come through the floor, it can come through whatever. Get me in an old cast iron tub, okay. But that's not living. That's just surviving. And there
Yep.
is a difference. There's a
And
big difference.
and kind of piggybacking off of what Nicole said, sometimes you have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. Just because it's something you're familiar with doesn't mean that it don't have room for improvement and change. And once you see the other
Exactly.
side of things, it'll change your mind to where, yeah, it's like I want better out of my situation. So let me figure out a plan to try to do that. It might not work for everybody, but at least if you try for that, the outcome could really be different.
And let's be honest, the older we get, the more resistant we are going to be to change.
True.
We
Stuck
don't,
in old ways.
whether it's because we're being stubborn and hard headed or we're just too scared, whatever it is. But and it sucks. I mean, it it's worse as you're older. I'll say that. But at the same time, that's where, and I'm not going to get into no sermon or nothing, but that's where you got to turn into talking with God or whomever it is that you believe in. And if you mean it from your heart, they're going to direct you. And if you don't listen to where they're directing you, they will kick you and it will hurt. I got been hit in the back of the head plenty of times by Jesus Christ. I ain't gonna lie, you know.
Man, I believe
But
that.
it's just, you know, it's part of learning and growing up. Like they said, nobody told us being an adult was gonna suck this bad. You know, it
For real.
sucks. Kids, slow down. Trust me. I don't remember my 30s at all. I ain't gonna lie. It seems like that some days, you know. I just remember it
Go
was
by like a
fun, but
blur.
fun at what? Fun of what? And you know, like, and see, I didn't even party. I quit partying when I was turned 19
Man.
because I became a mom. Well, I'm sorry. Let me get it straight. Drinking age was different back then. Okay, right before I turned 19 is when the 19 drinking age turned to 21, and right before I turned 21 is when I became a mother. So I just and because I wanted to be a mom so bad, I put it down. Before that, you know, it was off the chain, but again, I don't know what that has to do with the 30s because I think the 30s, my 30s, it just had to do with kids. Kids ate up my brain and my soul. Doing everything because I was the mom and working. The dad was working. You had to have two incomes, you know, and then you know I tried to do the right thing. Okay, let's get him a dog because I realized that my son didn't even know what dog crap was. He saw some out on the sidewalk one day and he's like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Oh my god, my kid doesn't even know what dog shit is." So I had to go get him a
Yikes.
dog. You know what I mean? And you don't think about those things because, you know, the older kids already had pets, and I didn't wanna get into pets again with the younger ones, but then I realized you got to. So we did,
Yeah.
you know, but, um, at the same time, then about that time, that's when the older ones were starting to act like they had an opinion, and then they had, counselors to tell them that they get to have an opinion in the household, and that's where we all bumped heads, and I guess that's where my memory just went black.
Man, speaking of that, we kind of touched on this topic a little bit earlier with the disconnect. And I honestly feel that yeah, the youth is kind of uncontrollable. And then on the other side, I feel like the elders kind of gave up. Is there
Yeah,
anything or what are some of the steps that's needed to be put in place for that to change?
there's no in my opinion, there's no real answer to it because if you think about it, you know, my grandparents beat my parents. My parents beat us. We tried to beat our kids.
You can't
They
now.
stopped
You gonna go to
they
jail.
stopped us. They
Uh-huh.
gave my kid the speed dial to 911, you know, that type. And then cops would come by and the cop would be telling me, beat her ass and just take a chance on 12 of your peers. You know, oh, that's easy for you to say. You got a fucking badge. God damn it. I'm on
Yeah, for
probation.
real.
Okay. You know, so you get but at the same token, you know, I think my older kids, I can say that I feel like they've told me that they feel lucky because they're kind of like in the middle. They're because they're in their early 30s. They got
Mhm.
enough of my generation of the VCRs and the movies that we would watch, you know, Lost Boys and stuff like that. She just, you know, my daughter still loves that stuff. But on the same token, she got to take that and introduce it to her friends. They didn't know nothing about that because that DVD shit was already out by then, you know.
Mhm.
And but we're still over here old school. Whereas the younger ones, I didn't believe in it. Somebody else got it for them, and I didn't approve it. But they got cell phones, you know, things like. Still don't believe kids need no damn cell phones. I'm sorry, they just don't, you know. But it is what it is, and the world is changing with modern times come about. Same thing. I think there's a big jump though because when we went from all of a sudden having cell phones, even if they were the big old dozen egg size cell phone with a big old antenna sticking out of it. After that, the next phase of cell phones, it was like, oh my God, we have a computer that takes pictures and calls people. That's what a cell
Yup.
phone was. But I couldn't afford to do anything except for use it as a cell phone because you know, you had to pay for your time on the internet. So I couldn't afford all that. I got kids, you know, that type of thing. But and I was always the one that was rejecting everything. We're not ever having a DVD player. Hell no, that shit's too expensive. already joined Columbia House. We got all these VCR movies, that type of shit. I swear to God, I still have boxes of all these goddamn movies here. Even at my parents' house, they still have a lot of my stuff, you know. But I think that they feel like that. What happened was, though, they're going to get to that age that whether parents gave up or whether their hands got tied, it happened, and it happened on the generation that's our children. And there's not a solution because we can't go back in time to make the world the way that it was when we were kids. So no, our kids are not ever going to be out there drinking out the water hose. They'd probably think we're crazy if we tell them to do that now. That type of thing. What it's going to be like in 15 or 20 years, I'm scared to find out. You know what I mean? But at the same token, you know, I always, when I say anything about it, I just like whatever your morals are that you're okay with. When I hear the term about it takes a village to raise a child, I agree with that and I disagree with that. Simply for the fact of I watched and I participated in being part of that village in raising children, watching the next ones and helping out and everything. I'm gonna beat your ass and tell your mama to beat your ass too, type of thing. What happened was along the way, then you got the parents started getting lazy, like they didn't want to get up and go take care of their kids because so and so down the streets got them. Human nature, I guess. I don't know, but I guess it goes back to like what my friends have said before. Everything's pretty much written out already how things are going to be, but that doesn't mean that we're just supposed to kick back and just allow it to turn into shit all around us. We should still stand up for what we believe in, whatever that is. And God, I hope it's not clout. I hope, you know, the people that just need that attention, those needy people, it's like, I ain't never seen so many men in my life fight like high school and middle school girls on the internet. And my first thought every time I see it is, do you have a significant other? And if so, what does she think about you? Because I know what my husband, he'll be quick, you still on the internet, whatever. But to be a demand and being on the internet like a female, and I'm not talking about just being on the internet, I'm talking about like having cat fights over nothing and over stupid stuff. I don't get that.
Mhm.
And if I was your woman, I tolerate it for a while, but then I'm gonna tell you, I got to go because I don't think you got much testosterone in you or something.
You giving that side eye, huh?
Something. I couldn't do it. I mean, I never wanted no big old muscular Arnold Schwarzenegger's type of guy because I figured I'm gonna piss him off and he's gonna hit me and that's gonna hurt, you know. But at the same time, I don't want no wimpy dude either, And don't be acting like a bitch on the internet. I don't understand these guys doing that. It's
But that's
scary.
that's part of that plan though, the demasculation of, what men normally do. A lot of that stuff that was tolerated before now is considered toxic.
I, Look, I'll be honest. I'm waiting to see these bloggers come up here with some pink fingernail polish and their manicure done.
Hey,
I really am.
you got the
And
rappers
I and I
already
don't
painting
even
their
I'm not even gonna
nails.
say that I don't think that it has anything to do with their sexual preference or their sexuality. That's just how I'm looking at them because y'all act more like a little girl, you know, what did they call them back when we were growing up? The valley girls out there in California, the blonde-headed airheads. That's what a lot of these
Yikes.
guys remind me of. I'm waiting for one of them to say, "V totally, really, really" they act like that. I can say this, before I met Dale or you, my feelings on a lot of the bloggers were already set in stone, and I've yet to have any of my opinions change on any of them, and y'all didn't have anything to do with that. So, if anybody ever comes up and says that y'all are pushing y'all's opinions nope. I spotted that one a long time ago. Never been interested in listening to his ass. He's just riding his daddy's coattail. I'll get into it with him, and I'll be telling him something that's gonna make him cry. So that's why I don't even go over there. I, I was raised up on the Carol Burnett generation. Okay, I'm gonna make you cry.
Dang.
Yeah, you know, because I can't. How they say, I can't do nothing really over the internet except make you cry.
Yeah, that's why I don't really get into all that tongue wrestling and stuff because, as a man is, we're gonna have to have our exchange of words, but after that, normally it's gonna get physical. So either we're gonna agree, disagree, walk away from the situation, or turn up. So I really don't get into all that tongue wrestling and stuff.
And as wrong as it is for women to do it, and it's a bad example, for the younger ones to be seeing us, whatever. On the same token, if you're gonna see it on the internet, you expect to see it out of females before you ever see it out of males. And
True.
the men are outnumbering the women on these cat fights. And I got some. Charlize can tell you, we got a friend out there in Jacksonville. That's all they love the messiness and all. These guys over here, they got them women beat. I ain't lying. I didn't think anybody could beat Bams and her crew. And I'm like, damn, y'all some really? You already making more money than you probably need. You're getting paid to sit on live, play your video games, and your people are watching you play a video game. I've never understood that. Why anybody would want to watch somebody else playing a video game. And and you're making money while you're doing it, and you still got to take the time out to go stir up some beef somewhere that has nothing to do with you.
That's what I'm saying. Stay in your lane, get your money, do you, and don't worry about nobody else, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, 50,000 this month wasn't enough. Damn, you need some
For
help. You
real.
need money management help because if you're going through all that money that fast and you need more, you're gonna live a short life because you're gonna run
Yeah.
yourself in the ground. Uh, but did you get to finish that Big A video that I put out last night, or did you crash out?
Yeah. No, no, I was there to the end. And once again, you showed out. Like you really do good work with your detail breakdown and everything. So, like I said, I was about to crash out, but I saw that. I was like, yeah, let me watch this video. When's part two
Um,
coming out?
well, I was anticipating for it to be out in August. It'll be out in September because I I allowed myself to get distracted today on the internet and did not get to um when I had that unexpected visitor show up last night while I was live because I had seen during my live I had seen that my video there. I saw the numbers it had on it, whatever, and so it was during my live, but I got the notification. I think it said at 3 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
about them taking the video down. So from that moment on, what happened was they had me do an appeal. Okay, fine. But because I already know, I call them the prejudice racial robots because I don't know who else to blame. Because it really is when you file reports, it's like a roll of the dice, whether or not, and you can have grounds to stand on. It don't really matter. Just whoever gets that report. Um, I had already made up my mind. The video's going back up. But if he wants to play dirty, okay. So this is what I spent my whole entire night and most of this morning doing was what he should have gotten me on was privacy. Even though the law says and the ground the rules are, it's because it come from a public records office type thing. It's it's I'm not invading his privacy, but on YouTube I have seen people be able to pull it off. So what I did was on my other video that I already had out that he didn't complain about, I went back on that one and I edited that one first through
Okay.
YouTube using the blur thing. So that way I don't lose nothing. It's still up there. And doing that overnight, because it takes a long time for it to process. But
Yeah.
when I did that, When I finished doing that, that's when I started doing the remake of the video that got taken down. And I didn't change anything other than the covering up. But because I didn't have, I tried to upload it 3 times so I could use the blur thing through YouTube, and YouTube was spitting it back out. It would not even allow me to as soon as I was uploading. Nope, bitch, I already told you. So I had to go with my own, using my own black circles and stuff like that on there.
Mhm.
But as far as what was said and what was done in the video, I didn't change none of it except for adding to the beginning and the end and saying what I was had on my mind, because now you done made me do all this extra work. Because all that, I didn't get to work on the big A part two. So it, I guess it'll be a good one for the beginning of September, which will be in what, almost a little under 5 hours for me, you know.
Yeah, pretty much. I was
So it'll
about to
go on.
say, like, how is it possible to be hit with bullying? And like you said, a lot of that stuff is public information.
It's not bullying, and that's what I'm saying is it was flagged under the wrong classification,
Mhm.
and so it should have never even been accepted to begin with. But the way that YouTube is once they get a complaint, proper procedure says that the person making the complaint is supposed to reach out to the one that they're upset with first. Nobody ever does that, and I don't even understand why is this a policy if y'all don't require the people to do it. If you got something up that I want you to take down, I'm supposed to reach out to you first, and then if you ignore me or tell me to go to hell or whatever, then I'm supposed to file the report. Now, once I file the report, if you get a strike, you have the option then to come to me and ask me to take the strike off,
Yeah.
that type of thing. Those are the proper procedures. Like I said, I don't understand why YouTube doesn't enforce it. Same thing like I sent y'all that little clip where, I hope you get killed by them damn Chicago gang members. Whatever.
Mhm.
According to YouTube policy, just them saying somebody saying you old whatever, old bitch, old motherfucker, whatever, anything like that, that's supposed to be a violation.
Yeah, that's a threat.
But even with that clip that I sent y'all, what he said, and as many people as flagged it, that stuff is still up to this day.
Yeah,
And
that
that is
don't
a
make any
big,
sense.
I've seen other people lose their entire channels just for having a cussing match with somebody, calling them a bitch, that type of thing. And I've seen YouTube walk in and swoop their whole channel in the middle of their life and they take their entire channel down, not having any previous strikes or nothing. But you got this guy over here saying that about me, and really, which I didn't play it all, play the whole thing. It wasn't just me; it was my daughter too, that type of thing.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, and it's like I got the confirmation from email, through email from YouTube saying, we received your complaint and we will let you know, blah blah blah. And then a few days later, I got the email that said, we know you're gonna be we know you'll be disappointed because you want us to take it down, blah blah blah, but it doesn't really go against our guidelines. Okay, somebody trying to wish death on me. Like I said, it's a roll of the dice. There's been other times that I filed complaints on somebody that really was, I would consider it to be kind of on the fence, and they'd get struck, boom, right then, and they tried to fight it, and nope, they weren't good. That's why I say it's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, it
But
sound
if
like
you,
they operating with a flawed system.
well, it's supposed to be the system, the new improved whatever that they have going on is supposed to automatically pick up trigger words and stuff like that. I don't know how well it really works. Um, as you can see, people can say all kinds of crazy stuff, and they don't. It doesn't get, it doesn't get any kind of triggering going on. And then if you've got people actually reporting it, whatever. I mean, I've gotten literally a strike on my channel in the past for I think it was 90 days or 60 days, whatever it was, um, for graphic violent content, and it was a Kanika Jenkins video.
Nothing,
There's
nothing
nothing.
graphic happening, right?
There's nothing graphic or violent that takes place in any of that footage. Even the photographs of her deceased body, it's not bloody, it's not nothing. It's just there, like she's asleep type thing. Her hair is all messed up. That's about it. What when it comes back something like that, you can pretty much guarantee that it's somebody else come and flagged it for that.
Yeah.
And probably a robot or whatever was the one that actually did the report, because they do have a lot of the robot stuff doing the reports. And so, yeah, okay, dead body. Yep. Okay, graphic nature. There you go. That's simple. It can happen. And then you've got other times, like I said, right now with this one here, doing all that they're doing. It's like, and I don't even remember the last time I even made any Kanika content. And that video clip is actually recent. It's like, okay, whatever. I can't help it. You're still stupid. Eh, not my fault. Yeah. He talks. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where he's from. If it's Detroit or what. I'm trying to figure out that guy. The accent that he's got. Wherever it is, he always when he talks about Chicago, he says down there. So it's got to be some place north of Chicago. But he talks slow country like Forrest Gump or something. I was like, and he sounds.
Damn.
His words have got to be like he's 150, because in my entire life, I've never heard anybody call a purse a clutch. I know that used to be used for that. I've never heard anybody use it in their conversation. And he was live one night and he said something about somebody's clutch, and I was like, "I what? How old are you?" That's all I could think of. And like I said, if you sit up here and you say things about me or to me or about my kids or whatever, like what he's been doing, yeah, Imma make a post and you're gonna end up crying, because that I guess you could say that's my weapon of tools is as much of a benefit for researching for the cases without a drive behind me, just a curiosity. Can
Yeah.
you imagine what happens when I have something driving me to go find out something? How well, you experienced it already. How fast I can find something out.
Yeah, it's about to be over.
You know, it's like now we're at that point. Say one more thing, push one more button, because the on the flip side of it, my downfall is I will cut off my nose to spite my face. I don't. Once I get over that threshold, I don't know when to stop. And I won't even be yelling or cussing or nothing. I'm just gonna keep making a video. I'm gonna make another video. I'm gonna tell, and every one of them's gonna be factual and truthful, but they'll probably be unnecessary too. But they're still factual and truthful. It ain't my fault. That's what you are. That type of shit.
Hmm. Yeah, that's why I
But
try to keep a cool head about everything. Because once I'm in go mode, it's like hard to turn that switch
I,
off. So
yeah, you don't.
yeah.
And especially depending on what it is that they've done. Um,
Hmm.
when it comes to my kids, that's a whole that I couldn't even begin to tell you the things that they've done, and they don't even know who my kids are. But still, because the internet being the way it is, I might have a grandkid later down the road to come back and they watch this YouTube video where these people are sitting here arguing about my grandma. Why are they mad at my grandma? And I was telling Dale, I was, part of some of the stories. I was like, yeah, at one point there was a lady in Chicago that said that I was part of the 051 Young Money gang. I says, but the thing is she didn't say 051 Young Money. She said 051. And I laughed the first time I heard her say it, because it's like, because she's one that would be yelling and yelling about, I'm GD, goddamn it, all that type with the bass in her voice. And I'm like, but it's 051. Okay, you're fucking stupid. That's all
Facts.
But the scary part again is the hundreds of people that were supporting her and believing her just because she had bass in her voice, that type of shit. And you really stop and step outside the box and you think about that. These people could be your neighbors, and you're living next to people that have that kind of mentality. That's why I say I don't like going outside the house. There are
Man,
people out there and they don't know how to act right. And it takes everything I got to make me act right.
that part. And where the hell Dale went to, man? You on the
I don't
call
know.
or something?
He just left a comment in the chat. What does it say?
Yeah, what's the
He
word,
said,
family?
"Yeah,
You need to drop that link so anybody can hop on there and add on to this discussion and stuff because we kind of cover some pretty good topics as far as who's pushing peace and the disconnect of everything. But it'd be good to see what somebody else got to say about it.
a different opinion." Yeah, I don't. I will say this when Bill was talking about it. I don't understand either who would not want peace, but it kind of goes back to what are you here on social media for? What is your goal, or what is your thriving? What motivates you? Um, and if there's peace, there's so many people that's not going to have content.
You know what? To be honest with you, I think the thing is that it's not popular. Just like
Hmm.
how other things aren't popular, oh, I'm smart, oh, you're a nerd, and this and that. But to be honest with you, once the trajectory start changing, then more people gonna want peace because shit, if you don't want peace in your life, then you a crazy ass motherfucker. So,
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know, it,
you don't meet anybody that will admit and say, "I like having drama. I like coming at home from work and my wife just fucking nagging the hell out." of you." Nobody wants to live like that. But when you
mm-hmm.
open up those internet doors, it's a whole nother ballgame. And maybe they're living out their unrealistic fantasies of what they wish they could be like in real life. I don't know. But it goes back to that whole internet gangster, keyboard gangster, whatever you want to call them. Because in reality, I don't care what you say, what you do, whatever it is. Can't nobody reach through that screen and punch you in the eye. And too many people comprehend that too well. And so they take it to that extreme. And my only advice really to anybody when I've discussed it with them is they're showing you who they are. They're telling you who they are. Step away from them.
Yep.
That's it. And it's not always easy to do if you're in the midst of an argument or a fight or something with them. Trust me, I get that because I'm the type I got to get the last lick because you ain't cried enough yet, that type of thing. But at the same time, I don't want to put on the persona that I'm this mean bitch or whatever. But like I tell people, until you go back, because a lot of it's documented on my channel, and it's almost embarrassing. But until you see the things that I've had to deal with, just because I put facts out, people attack my kids, my siblings, my nieces, my parents. Uh, my mother's been passed away since 2005. I've had people say stuff about my mom in the ground. It's like, really? And I laugh because I'm not the type that has the belief about that's superstitious or anything like that. Oh, okay. Let me just tell you, my mom, if she was my dad, she'd be pissing in your eye right now. Okay, that's all there is to it. You know, because you're not harming me by saying something about my mother who's deceased and been deceased for that many years. But now you've angered me because you've showed me the disrespect that you're willing to show me, thinking that you're going to harm me by saying something about my mother. Now, when it comes to, again, my living relatives, whether it be my kids or my siblings, that's a different story because they have to live with anything that is thrown out there on the internet, whatever it may be. And the way that everything's connected, you might think you're talking to somebody in New Zealand and it's actually your neighbor 2 doors down. You really don't know. There's been so many times that I've gotten a wrong picture of somebody on the internet that I could be talking to for a couple of years. And in my mind, they're this, they're this age, they look like this or that. And then all of a sudden one day they send you a picture and you're like, "N- not anything." Like there was one specific person. I could have swore he was a middle-aged white guy. And he wasn't. He was a black guy. And I heard his voice and everything, but he sounded like a white guy. And
Wow.
I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was like depressed because it's like, damn, I've all this time I've been patting myself on the back because I generally don't. I've very found very few, guys or what people to talk to, and then here being, I've got a lot of jokes about white people, but anyway, I had been patting myself on the back, being proud of myself to actually getting along with this person. I thought it was this white guy, and I'm like, damn. And he turned out to be this black middle-aged guy that kind of on the dorky, nerdy type level, I guess you could say. And I was just really disappointed. It was like, then I was like self overthinking shit, and I was like, "What's wrong with you, woman? What does it matter?" But you know, you get to doubting yourself, and I can say this: nobody can persecute me worse than I've already persecuted myself, no matter what it's about. That's in anything in life. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna run myself through the ringer before anybody else gets to. And maybe it's a good self defense. I don't know, but
No, that's the way
I
how you keep
again,
a level head about everything. Because if you get too high up on yourself, somebody else is going to bring you back down to earth. So it's best for you to do it to yourself.
yeah, because like you said, those numbers get to people's heads, and I'll say it again, especially if you got them high numbers quickly. That fast rise is a painful fall. I've watched it happen so many times since I've had my YouTube channel. And all I can do is I've got a very animated imagination in my brain. I'm sitting here in a lawn chair eating popcorn, just looking at you, you know, waiting for it to happen. And while you're being cocky and thinking that you all that in a box of cookies, okay, when you fall, I guess you'll be in the bushes like your friend. I don't know. Dell's got a bigger heart than me. I can say that. He's way more, I guess, forgiving or not holding it against some. And I know that's a bad thing to hold something against somebody, but I got to give him props for that. He can, and maybe it's a man thing. I don't know, but he can have an issue with somebody. They can talk about it, and then he's cool with it. Me, even if we talk about it, I don't like you no more. Still, stay over there. you know.
Honestly, I think it's just the overall end game, really, because if you ain't did nothing to my people or whatever, if you ain't did nothing to me, like how serious is it? It can be done over a conversation. Yeah, you might not forget about it, but in reality, it's like how serious and how much stress you gonna hold over your head over nothing.
I guess because for me, because of me being hard on myself, um, and I'll give you an example. Like if I get angry with you and I'm saying things to you and calling you something or whatever, what I'm saying I would is how I feel even when I'm not angry. So I'm meaning those things. Whereas a majority of the world, they're gonna just say things to try to hurt you. Maybe they mean it, maybe they don't mean it. But because of me having the mentality that I do, um, I'm not gonna apologize to you because I'm not sorry for how I feel about it. And if you do
Yeah,
the same to me, I don't expect you to apologize because now I feel like that's a fake apology because if you said it, you meant it. Why are you apologizing? That's how you feel. This is how I feel. Go that way, and I'm gonna go this way. That's it. You know. But a lot of people they want to argue over something, and then they still want to be together and be buddy. No, because and I guess maybe because I give so many people so much freedom and space on a trusting level, and I don't give them a reason to cross a line. So when they cross a line, and then they cross a line, and then they cross a line, and then they cross a line. Look, I ain't got no space. You got me up against the wall here, and you're still trying to get more space. You know, that tells me that it's not by accident. You're being malicious, and
yeah,
it's an overactive brain, maybe I don't know, but that's why I say, if I say something, it's because I really meant it, and people don't understand. They say that that's mean and hateful. No, I'm just saying that's how I really felt. So why do I need to apologize for how I feel? I could apologize because something happened to lead us to the point that it fell out of my mouth, but it's not. It's still how I feel. You know. Can I treat you courteous when I don't like you? Happens all the time. I got a lot of people that are my haters that I can't stand, and I wouldn't. may not give them CPR if they needed it. But they come in my inbox and they come in an appropriate manner with the right way, and they say, "Hey, I know we don't get along, but can you?" And they'll ask me for some kind of information on something with the case or something like that, and I give it to them. I can't think of a time that I've ever turned anybody down, and that's why I feel like I'm not in the wrong when I say the things I say or do the things that I do, because by the time I've gotten to that limit that you pushed me to, where I done showed my ass out in public, no matter who knows about it or who don't know about it, there's too much back on the, it, you can't even say the cup runneth over. It's the whole goddamn 55-gallon barrel got filled up 4 times already. And the only way that somebody would know that is if they got to know me over time. But still, for me to get to that point again, it takes a whole lot. It takes a whole lot. And like I said, I try not to get there because, and a lot of times Charlize can tell you, she'll say, "Have you seen this?" Nope, I'm not even on the internet. Don't got the internet. I'm on my computer, but like I said, I don't have notifications set on my computer, so I don't even know unless I go look and check notifications. Because a lot of times I'll start seeing stuff that's gonna not stroke me correctly, and then I end up having to insert something, and then next thing I know, somebody's wishing death upon me. So it is
And
what it is.
facts. Hey, anybody want to jump in? I dropped the link in my chat. I'll drop it again. I think Dell on the call, but
I'm
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 about to
singing
drop
these
it.
on
Hold
the
on.
phone.
Yeah.
I keep jumping between both of y'all's channels. Oh, hey, Miss Italy. I'm sorry. I was Miss Italy is a friend of mine from Dale's part of the world. She's way up there at the top. There we go. I didn't even see you slide in because I'm bouncing between their two pages because they're streaming on both their channels. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all hitting that like button. Getting all kinds of different kind of history storylines, whatever you want to call it. No specific topic. Now, let's see. I, I don't want to open up a can of worms, but I just have to ask. I don't understand in Chicago. I never have understood. It just seems like it's more accepted, even though I know politically correct, I'm wrong in what I'm fixing to say. But again, let's say the tangerines being accepted as an acceptable fruit in the family.
Damn.
I don't understand that, because not just where I was raised up or how I was raised up, but I've traveled a lot, and especially if you're in the streets, I don't understand how that is so forgivable. Even though, hey, my cousins is the one that actually introduced me and my husband 40 years ago, whatever it's been, and he's on one of them fruit trees. So, and I still love him just as much. But he's not in the street being a gangster either. He's actually a doctor, you know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
But
lie. The rules for the
I don't
streets didn't
understand the
change,
acceptance.
honestly.
I think it's got the streets are confused. They don't even know what they're supposed to be doing. That's why when I read those papers from the feds and stuff, what do you mean a hierarchy and structure? Where each individual person, that's it. You got your rules for your world, which is your life. Oh, and you got your rules. That's not a hierarchy. Or let me put it in women's terms, like Avon and Tupperware. You got the whole pyramid and follow down. That's the way it's supposed to be. When you got structure, you got the boss at the top, and then you got all the different levels, and you got a chain of command and the whole 9 yards. And I don't understand if that's what the new definition of a hierarchy is what they're showing us in this paperwork. That means it's a free for all. It's what's that? What was that movie? The one where you get to go out and kill everybody one night?
Oh, the purge.
The Purge, yeah. It
Yeah.
seems a whole lot more along those lines. I get to make up the rules. If I say it's cool, it's cool. If it's not, it's not. Okay. I get to be friends with you, but not friends with them. Everybody's baby mama is everybody's baby mama. And when, y'all don't get offended, when did everybody start calling males shorty? I, I got people texting me laughing. Okay, y'all are listening. Y'all are laughing. I get
Yeah,
it.
I think that's
What
part of
they're talking.
the slang.
That's I guess I don't know if it's Midwestern, but up there in that area, down south and I think even east and west, they may be doing it now, but it was just here recently. You know, I remember when I started my channel and got to meeting other content creators and stuff, and we'd be behind the scenes talking and stuff, and they'd be like, somebody finally say something out. Look, I don't know. I don't know because that's not the definition of a shorty where I'm from. So so it was a to say the very least a culture shock learning thing because despite whatever knowledge I had, it was old school knowledge. It wasn't this new stuff. And then to turn around and try to show that to others that were trying to say things that no longer existed, as far as like, nope, the GDs are not allowed to be friends with BDs, that type of thing. Look, you
Mm-hmm.
got like Dale says, you got BDK and you got GDK that are actually GDs that are GDK, and they look at me like I was stupid. Look, I didn't make those rules, but it still is what it is.
Man,
And
Trenches Talk TV said 2020, 2040, they gonna purge.
are we gonna be here for that? What year are we in? Y'all think I'm playing? I didn't even know we had a female vice president. Okay, do we still have her? I don't even know because
Yeah, she in
I think
there.
yeah, she's the one under Biden, right?
Yeah, she in there playing
Okay,
a role.
I kid y'all not. Y'all think I'm playing? When I started doing researching on cases, I don't know what got into me. I tuned the whole freaking world out. I really did. My husband come in. I remember him talking about Trump and Trump and Trump and Trump, and he'd make jokes about him because he thought he was funny and stuff. And then he come in, and one day he come in and he said something. I go, "Who the hell are you talking about? What do you mean we got a female vice president?" And it wasn't just like right at election time. She'd already been there a while. I didn't even know. I really did not know. And he told me, he goes, "You really get too deep into your paperwork and stuff." I says, "I really don't care about what's going on out there as long as it ain't bothering me." That's maybe I'm hiding from the world. I don't know, but
What's the word? What's the word, Mr.
there it
Tiger?
is.
What's the word, C Hood? What's the word? Mob here, E Bill. What's happening? LeBron Legacy. What's the word? Man, Cap from 1500. What's the word? Hood preacher. What's the word, everybody? What's happening? I had to take a call for a minute. See Hood, I dropped the link. If you trying to
I
jump
thought
up, what's the
the
word?
president might have called you or something.
Nah, man. It been 3-year-old got shot.
Damn,
3-year-old baby got shot 5 times. So I had to step
damn.
off for a minute. It been a couple sporadic shootings in the neighborhood, so I had to step off for a minute
That's
and
fine.
see
That's
what's
fine. That's
going
fine.
on.
That's terrible.
Blizzy the
That's
Don, what's the word?
crazy.
Yeah, so I guess C Hood jumped off. I don't know what happened,
I
but
saw
the
him
link
here in the chat.
the link form the link there form. So man, it's like y'all held it down though. Y'all held it down. I'm cooling. I'm cooling. Blizzard is done. I ain't on much. Detroit Diva. What's happening? Yeah, work. Prepare for a strike. Don't strike. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yo, we got somebody coming up.
Who is this real debate? Who is that? Who
Real
got a
Don't
speak?
know.
debates.
Uh,
Don't know. You can check the little three dots on the side,
Nah, he showed his
and
face. He showed his face.
okay, okay.
Salute,
Bird,
salute.
what's happening with it, man?
He's got
Real
himself
debate. What's
muted.
happening?
Nothing much. I like the content, so I subbed, and now I'm in the building.
That's what it is,
Good
bro. That's
job.
what it is. I'm good to hear that. Where you from?
Grand Rapids, Michigan, man. No glove, no love.
Oh, okay, okay,
Salute,
okay.
salute.
Salute, salute. We definitely in the building, man. Just
My
trying to
family from the Shy, though. I got family deep in the Shy, bro. All
oh
my
deep.
family, all my family is on the GD side, 63rd and all that.
What?
Huh?
63rd well. I'm from 63rd.
I got family around there in that area.
Yeah, I am
Almost
60.
there.
Oh, okay. I got to know them then. They from 63rd.
Yeah, my family, the Lindsays, but they might go by. That was Hans' son. Yeah, but it might go by different names because I got people in my family that's married.
The Leslies.
The Lindsays.
Oh, the Leslie.
Yeah. All right. Lindsey.
Yeah, what's the word though? So you say you like the content. I'm glad to hear that. I'm definitely glad to hear that, man. That's what we want. We want we want more people to actually tune in, man, and keep it moving. See Hood, what's the word, blood?
What's the word? What's the word, man?
Oh
What up?
man,
What
that's
up?
cool, man. That's cool. What's happening with yourself?
Man, I'm cooling, man. I'm cooling, man.
No, we can't do, man. We bringing new people to the building, man. We just what we doing. We jumping it off from LA to Chicago, and we actually building a panel to bring different people in, and at the same time we sharing the streams, and we just help build the channels. We help building each other channels. You know what I mean? And today we got Loyalty and Betrayal on here for as a guest, and we giving her flowers for all the good work and the due diligence that she do. She ain't
Yeah,
just on YouTube posting
I've been
stuff.
I've been seeing videos, everybody stealing and running and putting their own stories too. I've been
Right,
seeing it.
right. So we just want to give her flowers. You know what I mean? What's the word with you though?
Man, I'm cooling, man. I'm just floating, man. I just was on it. I just stopped through and show some love, man, on some real nigga shit.
Let them
You know
boys
what I'm
pull
saying?
you in the water, huh?
Huh?
You let them boys pull you in the water, huh?
And what water? You
You
talking
let
about
them boys
CSP?
pull you, yeah,
All right.
pull you
What I
together.
was gonna do with that situation, man, I was gonna look at it because I know we in two totally different tax brackets. But
Right.
then when he said something about my girl, I had to respond one
What?
time.
He
Just
said something about your girl.
yeah, he disrespected my girl, man. And if on some real shit, if I was ever to run into him, I'd put him on his shit. You know what I'm saying? On some
Yeah,
real
that,
nigga
that,
shit.
that's
Niggas,
how I felt
see, a
about
lot of niggas on this internet be playing games because I be so humble and laid back. Not knowing, fuck a motherfucker up. You got loyalty on betrayal right here on the line. She can go pull my background up and see what the fuck I'm about. You know what I'm saying? She can see what the fuck I'm about. And that's real nigga shit. So for everybody that's playing these games and thinking it's sweet, man, I'll fuck one of you niggas up, man. I said what I said. I see when it go. Nigga ain't no motherfucker gonna force me to speak on shit or say nothing, nigga, cause I ain't one of them niggas. And
right,
nigga, I been rebellious. So it is what it is, nigga. And
right.
that's all I want to say on all that shit, nigga. But Shorty get fucked up. For real, for real.
Is
Hey,
that one?
listen.
Is that one of the ones that's gonna
Hey,
be with that pink nail polish next week?
hey,
A lot of these guys
hey,
get up on
hey,
here acting like they're a little girl.
hey, hey,
I
hey, see here. Detroit
Yo,
Diva, Detroit Diva says you joining the peace movement.
I've been on the peace movement, nigga. How you think you gonna have the peace movement going if you ain't got me involved, nigga? The fuck, nigga. I'm GD and the BDs love the fuck out of me, nigga. You better know
Hey,
what the fuck
hey,
really going
they
on.
asked the question, man. I'm letting you answer the question, brother.
Man, I've been on the peace movement, nigga. When I came on Swipe Page, me and Billa, it was peace for peace. We been did it. It just happened, some beef happened, and we goddamn it got sidetracked. And then you came along and pushing your thing. Everybody been doing it for real, but who gonna really, really do it? Everybody gonna say they gonna do it, but who gonna really, really do it
Who's
on
gonna
life?
stick with it? Who's gonna? That's what matters. Who's
That's
sticking with it?
why I'm sticking with it. That's why I ain't gonna detour from it. You know what I mean? But I do
You
get it.
know what? I had just
I do
told my
get it when
people
you motherfucker
the
play with your family. My
I had
wife,
just
my wife,
told my people the day before, like, man, I ain't on that. I'm on some positive shit. We was kicking and having a ball, 170 some motherfuckers in there. I'm on some positive shit. I ain't on that. Then the next day, this shit happened. So now it look like I'm a fucking liar. I had to apologize and let them know, nigga. I gotta say something one time. Then I ain't gonna say nothing else. I'm
right,
done. You not finna play with my motherfucking people, man. Don't try to.
right.
You can't
Yeah, I
clown
don't
it.
play with my wife
I'm
at
not
all.
one of them niggas. I'm one of them niggas that'll get the shit slapped out you in your own fucking hood, man, on some real shit, nigga. And then I don't even think you from Chicago, nigga. You just claim some shit. Who the fuck know you? Don't nobody know you. Now it get deeper and get on some different shit. Just don't play with me on the internet, man. Man, they got me fucked up, bro. They
Man,
got me fucked up.
trust me, I've been there, done that. That's why I kind of be like practicing. I practice to go the other way. I had to get my Martin Luther King on and turn the other cheek, cause that boy made me magazine, man. He a grown man with nothing to do. He play all day. I ain't never seen no nigga just all. Yeah, I ain't never seen nobody all day just steady take people head off of this and put people head on that and do that. Man, I was done when I seen the man got him a picture with Tupac. I said, oh yeah, it's over with. I'm done with it.
Man, what I realized, everybody got what they gonna do on YouTube.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
understand. I know what that is, and I can sit back and understand, nigga. I'm humble. I know how to sit back and let this too shall pass. But nigga, I don't want no motherfucker to ever think that I forgot, nigga. Cause if I ever was to see a motherfucker, I'm telling you, they gonna be eating their teeth, man. They gonna be eating their motherfucking teeth, man. On some real shit. And
must
and
he
look,
must
and
see that
then I
credit.
just say I'm versatile because I could be on some P shit one day, then next day I be on some bullshit. So I guess I'm versatile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So call it whatever the fuck you want to call it, but it's versatile to me.
No, what it is this. With people pushing peace and your life is peaceful, but you always be prepared for war. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Peace don't mean that you just sit down and you get pushed over, you ran over. It's always you always stand on your manhood and your principle. But there's certain
That
things that I just don't do. Like my family, my wife, she off limits. My kids, they off limits. Now, whatever you do to me or whatever you say about me, or if any of my kids put themselves in the ring or the arena, then that's something different. They gonna man up and
Man,
stay on. But
man,
but
it's
but
cowards out here, man,
oh yeah,
nowadays,
oh
man.
yeah, oh yeah,
Straight cowards, man.
without a doubt.
I'm telling you, boy. Hey, man, I just look like this, man. I just look like this, y'all. For everybody that think I just look like this, y'all. I can't help it. I just look like this, but it's not that. Just know that for sure. On my mama,
But I want to ask you something. I want to ask you a question though. How you feeling though, bro? How you feeling with all these situations and everything that's going
man.
on?
How you think I'm
I,
feeling? How you think I'm feeling?
yeah, yeah. But the reason why I ask that, because people be want to say it or ask it, but they don't want to ask you in your face. You understand
Man,
what I'm saying?
niggas is doing this shit and they saying this shit, all this type of shit, man. I see everything that's being said, everything that's being done, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit here and be like, cause he came on my page. If y'all don't really fucking know, I was the nigga. He came on my page and goddamn it said he was the cooperator. You feel what I'm saying? That's
No,
my man.
I didn't know that till just now. You
I
just
brung him on my page, bro, just cause that's
right,
my man's, bro, and I fuck with him super hard. So
right,
nigga, these my people. I'm tired deep with niggas in the streets and shit, bro. Come
right.
on here and tell what the fuck I brung that shit. So that this why the fuck I'm saying everybody coming and commenting, playing on my page, doing all this goofy shit. When I was the nigga who page, he came on there and said it, nigga. So how the fuck, nigga, y'all? What the fuck else y'all want me to do or say, nigga? What do y'all want me to do or say, nigga? Fuck all the bullshit, nigga. I said what the fuck I said. I see that shit in court, nigga. It is what the fuck it is. He told y'all what the fuck he did, nigga. So what the fuck else? Everybody putting up all these extra stories, lying and shit. I seen the motherfucker say he got his page deleted. And I go over there, that motherfucker still up.
And both
Both of his
channels are still
Yeah,
pages,
up.
man. This what I'm
yeah,
saying. So how the fuck I'm gonna listen and take anybody information about any of this shit, man? I see this shit. It's less than 40 days, man. Days
Yeah,
going by
yeah,
fast and weeks going
yeah,
by fast, man. I
yeah.
see, nigga. So I said any motherfucker feel some type of way, nigga, they can suck my dick. And that's real shit. If you feel a way, get up with me.
We ain't doing that, man.
I'm saying if
We
any
ain't doing
motherfucker
that.
feel a way, they can get up with me, man.
Yeah, but listen,
yeah.
I feel what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like this, right? He told on himself.
Hey, Dale, Dale,
So
Dale,
it's
Dale.
self-explanatory.
I just said that. I just
Yeah, that's
said
what
that.
I'm saying. So
So
it ain't even
so
it ain't
so
even
this what
it
I'm
ain't
saying. So what the fuck is
being mad.
when I got look, so what is the fuck when I'm laying down at 10 o'clock at night because I gotta be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning and shit study going through my motherfucking phone messages and shit that they leaving and shit, all this shit, nigga, and waking me up out my sleep. Now this shit coming to a different type of level now. You see what I'm
Right,
saying? I feel
right.
like a motherfucker playing with me like I think it's sweet. So if I catch any motherfucker and slap the shit out of them, do some crazy shit to a motherfucker just off the strength of a motherfucker playing with me, bro. This ain't
Yeah.
no fucking game,
Look,
Dale. You grown
listen.
just like I'm grown, bro. We come from the same shit, bro. Real
Listen.
nigga shit, bro. I'm not with none of that shit. I do a motherfucker dirty for real, bro.
And this is what I'm trying
For
to tell.
real.
This is what I'm trying to tell you though. My thing is this though, right? I think you taking it the wrong way.
Nah, I
I'm
ain't taking
trying to
nothing in the wrong way. Cause I
hear
said
me
what
out.
I said.
Hear me
And
out.
then
Hear me
for a
out.
motherfucker to keep on doing and saying all that shit, that
But
mean
listen,
a motherfucker
if
ain't
they ain't
respecting
saying nothing
my
about,
opinion. And as me as a
you
man,
don't
Eh,
nigga, I'm
you
listen,
know
standing
what
on
it is,
mine,
right,
nigga.
bro?
listen,
You
Hood.
know
Fuck
why they
these
doing what they
niggas.
doing, right?
Listen to this. If they ain't saying nothing about you, man, you gotta let that pass.
And that's why when I ain't saying nothing about none of that shit, nigga, they study coming on my page, bro. Man, come on, bro. I ain't trying to hear this shit, bro. Dale, you ain't
That
finna tell me
came on
this, bro.
your
You
page.
feel
That
your
came on your
situations,
page.
bro,
That's something
and you
different.
make your
I ain't
decisions,
gonna lie,
bro.
Big Dale. I seen comments and seen people post and get a little disrespectful because they feel like they wanna. At the end of the day, if you push a man and that man don't budge, he don't budge. Leave him the fuck alone. Like
Right.
I'm not gonna say nothing to a nigga 3 or 4 times. You feel me? Whether you aware, you ignorant or not. Okay. If your man's told you don't feel like speaking on it, moving on it, you gonna move how you gonna move on it. As long as you ain't telling, I don't give a fuck.
And that's what the fuck I'm saying. Why I'm constantly telling motherfuckers I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I got real shit. Nigga, my mortgage just went from 1,700 to 2,500. Nigga, I got kids. I don't give a fuck about none of that bullshit. This internet shit to me, nigga. I'm a real motherfucker. Got real shit going on. And if a motherfucker can't respect that, suck my dick. Get up with me, nigga. Cause I've been on that gangster shit, nigga, forever. I'm being humble right now. This shit is some new shit I'm doing. That old shit easy to fall in, nigga, and I'm with it. I'm
I'm
with
gonna
it.
put this,
So,
I'm gonna put this
nigga,
out
take
there
it how
because
they
I
want
peeped
to take
this.
it, nigga.
And I
On
know it's
some
true,
real
but and these
shit.
other bloggers will not admit it. This situation right here showed a lot of hatred on swiper numbers and all that. Dudes like outside of C Hood and a few other guys, dudes that didn't have them numbers and felt like he
I
wasn't fucking with them
agree
like
with you.
that.
I can't on
They
that.
using this as a time to try to get at
I'm gonna
him
I'm
and
gonna let
all
you
that.
talk.
And plus,
I'm gonna let you talk. Then I'm gonna intervene on that. I can't
and
agree
pl-
with you on, and I
and
and I,
plus
the
on
reason
top of
I
that,
tell you why.
because because Swipe ain't posted nothing or nothing and all this stuff that came out. They feel like if they keep getting that C Hood, since he one of the people that be calling them, they can get that Swipe, but that ain't the way to go.
No, my whole thing is now ain't nobody got no business saying on the C Hood unless C Hood defended him. That's what I mean by he just gotta fall back. He did
Yeah,
what
What
he
you
did.
mean fall
He
back?
his
I'm gonna
own.
do what I do on here, Dale. Fuck all that, nigga. I
Hey,
ain't saying
hey,
nigga. Then
hey,
these niggas
yeah.
coming at me playing with me like I'm a fucking
Yeah,
goofy,
if they
bro.
doing that,
I'm
they
not
out of
going
order.
for none of
I'm
that
saying
shit.
if
Ain't
you
no
defend,
fall back. I'm gonna do what I do on
let
my
y'all
page.
talk and I'm talk. We
Fuck
got so we
these
can have a
niggas,
real
man.
good conversation. So listen
Fuck
what
'em.
I'm trying to tell you though. Listen what I'm trying to tell you, right? Right is right, wrong is wrong. See, everybody looking at it like a motherfucker trying to hate on some numbers and hate on this and hate on that. It ain't none of that.
I just
Because when
told you I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, nigga.
hold on, right?
And then
Hold
here
on.
we got
Hold
Mob
on, right.
here talking about you
Hey,
harboring a rat. How the fuck am I harboring a rat? Nigga, you
hey,
sound fucking goofy, nigga.
hey,
This is what I'm
Well,
talking
listen,
about, man. These the type of
if you
niggas I
listen
catch and
though,
knock they
you
fucking
gotta
teeth
listen.
out.
You gotta listen though. You want
Ain't
to
no
argue, but you
listening,
ain't listening.
Dale. You ain't
You
listening,
got
man,
he
because you
tired
know
of this
what I'm
shit,
talking
Dale.
is
He
some
tired
real
of it.
shit right
hey,
now.
This
listen,
man been
man.
getting
Listen,
harassed for like 2 days.
listen. You gotta listen to what I'm saying. You would never be in the midst of none of that shit if you wouldn't defend dude. It's
How
simple.
the fuck am I? This what I'm constantly
Because you
fucking
keep
saying.
listen to what you just said. Hold on, hear yourself out. You just said, man, the man got on my channel and he said what he did. I ain't listening. Listen. This is exactly what you said. You said I brought him on my channel. He admitted what he did. I ain't trying to hear nothing else. I'm waiting for 40 days to the trial.
Exactly.
That's defending him,
Exactly.
bro.
All this cause he
That's
said
defending
what the
him.
fuck he did, bro. He said what
So,
he
so,
did,
so that's
bro.
what I'm
So why
saying.
the fuck?
So
Why the
listen.
fuck?
Go ahead.
Ain't
Go
no
ahead. I'm gonna
just
let you
listen,
talk.
Dale. That's not making no sense to me. You trying to switch
I'm
up
gonna
what the fuck
tell
I'm
you. Go
saying,
ahead.
bro.
I'm gonna let you
It
talk.
may
Go
be
ahead.
you misinterpreted what I'm saying. Well, I'm gonna clear it up right fucking now, nigga. I'm gonna clear it up right now so you can't say I'm defending or saying nothing, nigga. He came on my page. I made him come on my page and tell this shit, nigga, off the strength of me just being who the fuck I am. And he said what he said, nigga. So niggas coming at me, what the fuck do you want me to say? I'm not saying nothing. Trial finna fucking start. What the
All right.
fuck am I
So
supposed to
that's
say and
why I'm
do,
trying
nigga?
to tell you. That's
Ain't
why I'm
nothing
trying
I'm
to tell
supposed to
you.
do, nigga. None of
I'm,
that shit. And I don't
all right.
feel like I gotta
I'm
even
gonna
sit
let
here
me
and
know when you
explain to
through.
motherfuckers. And I'm telling motherfuckers, fuck them. If y'all feel some type of way, get up with me. And I'm standing on that.
Listen though.
I'm standing on
But
that.
listen to what I'm
Dale,
trying
you
to
gonna
say.
keep explaining and saying what you
No,
saying. I'm
no, man.
standing on what I'm standing on,
Listen.
bro. I've been
Listen
a
what I'm trying
gangster,
to
bro.
say. No,
For real, nigga. And if a motherfucker want to play
I'm
like
gonna put
that, nigga,
myself,
it ain't a
I'm gonna
game.
put myself in your shoes. I'm gonna put myself in your shoes. So just say if it was vice versa and that was my melt, right? This is my brother, right? Y'all got a brotherhood. He came out and my brother admitted his wrong of what he did. Man, bro, he fair game. I can't stand up for that. Cause he did wrong. So I ain't finna be arguing. I ain't finna be interjecting shit with nobody. Now, if a motherfucker come at me and say C Hood or hey Big Dale, you bogus because you woo woo woo, and I'm gonna say, hey, look, he said what he said, he did what he did, I'm out of it. Keep my name out of
Exactly.
it.
Exactly.
That's not what you said though.
That's what the
You
fuck
said
I'm
you
saying if I'm saying
no, bro.
exactly.
Listen. Well, you said it wrong because you said I'm not believing what nobody put out. I'll see what happened in 40
That
days.
ain't
You
what
said
I
that some of
said.
that.
I said he came
What
on
you
my
say
page
then?
and said that. If he goddamn it said what he said, I'm not believing no motherfucker when they saying the page deleted. I'm saying I'm not gonna
Oh
believe
no,
no
we
fucking.
know the page ain't
That's
deleted.
what
I
I'm
think y'all
saying.
are saying the
That's
same
see
thing.
now that go to connection right there. That's where the fuck the misunderstanding is right there, man. I'm
Okay,
explaining and
that's
saying
what
what I'm
I'm saying.
saying, bro, and
Now
how I
I'm
feel and
saying,
why I feel like this.
right. So this is
Hey,
what I'm trying to tell you. So my whole thing is this. You already said you not protecting them at all. It is what it is. So you said it right here. Everybody here. Ain't nobody got no business. Ain't nobody got no business even saying nothing to you no more.
But I've
So
been
you
said
already
that shit though. This what
you
I'm
let it be
saying right
known.
now. So now that I've been said that and explained it, and motherfuckers doing all this shit, bro,
I don't
I'm
listen.
telling you, bro,
No,
if a motherfucker
no.
play with
So
me,
this
it's
is what I'm
going
saying.
there.
This is what I'm saying, though. See, I don't know what been going on with that here, there. I'm saying right now on the Chicago to LA show right now. You just said whatever Swipe did, whatever he got to do, man. Get you out of it. You ain't got nothing to do with it. You ain't supporting it. You ain't ever none of that. That's it.
That's the way I heard it. That's the way I
That's
heard
it.
him say it.
So ain't no need to no motherfucker arguing no
I
more.
think y'all are just saying it in a different manner, but I think it means the same thing.
Right.
He
You
can't
said
control what's coming out of somebody else's mouth. He don't want nothing to do with it. Everybody needs to quit hating on his ass because it didn't come out of his mouth. So
right.
all
So
you
whatever,
people that keep leaving those ugly comments,
whatever
I'm gonna keep
Swipe did, it
deleting them.
don't Swipe pass. It ain't on see
Hey,
I don't
hey,
delete, and I don't delete none of that shit. I leave that shit there, nigga. That's how I ain't know. That's how I am, nigga. I ain't deleted none of that shit.
well, big deal. This is my thing, bro. What would possess a person to say that that man took his page down if he really didn't?
But listen,
That's the
And
bloggers
multiple
doing
niggas
that.
though,
hey,
multiple
listen.
niggas that claim they
Now
real
this
and
is me.
all that supposed to be standing on business. At the end of
Hold
the
on.
day, you can try to call that man out and hold him accountable for him telling, but you being a real nigga and you lying because another nigga done got exposed in the moment, bro. Now I ain't respecting that.
But can I ask you a question? Is the person that said that on this page, on this channel, is he on this panel or
Hell
is he on this panel?
no.
So why are we talking about that?
See, that what I saw happening today was
Man, it's like
one
three dudes
channel
and
was
y'all
on
probably don't
another
watch
channel
they
and
got
another
big
channel.
YouTube channels, bro.
They
Who?
were
They
all
ain't in here.
saying the same thing. And what I did was I
They ain't
went
in here.
I've
straight
I
practically
know
to
who
his
seen it
said
today.
channel.
it.
Like three different.
And if that's the case, I feel like they just falling into the hype of everything.
They're just riding each other's
And
tailcoats,
it,
is what they're doing, which means they're here for the fucking
Man,
numbers.
fuck all
All
that.
it,
Call it,
it,
fuck
dog,
all that.
all
and
you
it's
Call
gotta
a
it
do
for
few
is
what it
type
dudes.
really
in.
It's a
is,
few
man.
dudes.
Call it
It's a
for
few
what it
dudes
really
using this
is, man.
situation
Fuck all
to try
that.
to personally attack C Hood instead of saying, okay, you gonna stand on what you gonna stand on. That's your dog. You gonna ride. You ain't. I'm gonna just leave it alone. No, niggas
No,
is
That's
really
not what I
personally
heard him
no,
say.
attacking, doing a whole big.
not debate. Now you wrong. Cause ain't no motherfucking way you
Huh?
ride with your dog and your dog did some rat shit. Ain't none of that.
But
We street
Man,
niggas.
at the end of the, no,
that's
I'm
not
not
what
No,
he
saying
was
man.
that, but
saying
I'm just
though.
saying,
No,
either way it go,
no.
you gotta
Hey,
leave this man alone.
debate. Hey, debate. I'm gonna keep it out. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Ain't none of that. Cause if my homie did some of that magnitude, he got a step. He got a step. I ain't stepping.
Man.
I ain't doing none of that. And see who saying he ain't standing up for him. How could he stand up for him when he did
But
that?
you got these people out here that are claiming C Hood is protecting them just so they can make this fake
Yeah,
Yep,
but
and
news
that
that's where
doing
the
ain't
something.
irritation
fabrication,
and the
motherfucker.
aggravation comes from with C Hood displaying because
I
he's sick
get
and
it because
tired of
I've been
still
there.
seeing the shit over and over. Like dudes is making
I
whole
heard it.
videos
I heard it.
dissing him.
Look, I don't even know what videos y'all are talking about, but I could hear it in his voice, and I have been there too many times. It's the people that come and attack you on your own channel under your
Man,
own
this,
comment.
hey, if a
I
motherfucker
got
play
it.
with
As
me,
soon as he was
bro,
saying it, I
I'm
got it.
taking them and I'm taking the motherfucker with me, nigga. I
Hey,
put that
listen.
on my mama head,
Hey,
nigga.
hey, listen to this.
I'm taking the
Hey, hey
motherfucker with me, man.
everybody, listen to
Play
this though.
with me.
Listen to this though. Listen to this. Everybody talking about how they feel. I understand exactly what you're saying, because I said this shit about Swipe from day one. And everybody attacked me. Every motherfucking body attacked me
Man,
about
listen, man.
Because that wasn't
I'm
a
telling
popular
you,
opinion at the
listen,
time.
listen, hold on.
this
Everybody.
is this the
But I ain't holding
misconnection,
no
man.
grudge, and I still ain't holding no grudge. And I'm done with it. It's over with. That's why I said that ain't
Yeah,
even
you
what
been
this show
saying
was
that for
about.
3 days, bro. But you still been goddamn it doing this shit. I'ma call this shit and talk this shit. That's how it is, man. You said that three
You know
days
what?
ago,
You
bro, but
saying I
still been
attacked you?
doing it.
You
Huh?
said I attacked you?
No, I said you done with the situation 3 days ago, bro.
Oh man, fuck Swipe. Ain't no secret. I'm gonna keep on saying
All
that.
right, but don't say you done with the situation.
No. Hold
Cause you
on. Listen to this. Listen to this.
He's trying to be done, but
I'm
we
not
don't
gonna
let him.
put you. I'm not gonna put you in the blender. But Melo gonna stay in the blender. You know how many people you put? You know how many people you put in the blender?
And I said
You know
that
how
on
many
my
nights he
page.
said? Hold on, hold on,
I
hold
said
on,
all
hold on.
that
Let
shit
me
on
let
my
me let me
page.
let me let me let
Hold
me say
on,
this.
Big Dad. Hold on, Big Dad. I got you. You always talk. Now it's time for another other OG
I'm
to
gonna
talk, nigga.
oh, because
So now
I
I'm
was
gonna do it. You
sometimes
always talk. You always get your way. Now I'm gonna talk,
go
bro.
go
And
ahead.
I
I will.
said all that on my page. I said, nigga, Swipe been doing his thing forever, nigga. And now he talked about everybody, his karma coming out. He got to be able to deal with it. I said he should be built for it because they been getting on his ass. I said all this shit, bro. So everybody be
So
playing and
so
doing all this shit, bro.
so this
Like,
my whole thing. No, I ain't planning on doing shit because I just told you fuck him. I ain't gonna throw no rock and hide my hand. I was telling them fuck him before this shit even came out. I
Yep.
ain't gonna stop telling them motherfucker fuck him. Cause I've been knew what he was on, knew what he was about from day one. I've been around this shit. I can see this shit with my eyes closed. I already knew it was gonna be a matter of motherfucking time before it happened. So that ain't nothing new to me. That ain't nothing new under the sun. I'm just tripping about how everybody can sit back around and talk about a motherfucker hating on a motherfucker about because he had
who is
some followers.
everybody? That ain't got nothing to do
Listen,
with what I'm talking about. I popped on here to
listen what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I told you. You notice I ain't never put you in a blender. Not nan time. I ain't put you in a blender nan time. Even when what's your name was playing with me and I made a video, I never put you in a blender. Never. You can't be accountable for that man's actions. I'm just telling you, the whole thing is this. When somebody say something about dude, just let him be. Let him be, man. That's all. Mob here, what's up, baby?
Big
they
deal.
talking
What's
about
good, big
hood
bro?
disrespect y'all show. Betty Ross, fuck you, bitch. I came with
No, hey,
respect to
hey, hood. Now
everybody
we
on the
ain't gonna do
channel.
that, hood.
To everybody on the
We ain't
channel.
gonna disrespect nobody, hood.
She
Nah, we
wanted me
ain't
to
What's
doing
going
that.
on? What's
disrespect
going
her.
on,
Hey,
man?
Shout
hood.
out to
Everybody on the
everybody
channel.
on the channel.
Hey, hood. We ain't gonna do that, right?
Shout out to everybody on the channel.
Right. We ain't doing that. We ain't gonna
We
disrespect,
pushing
especially not
peace.
no black queens, man. Or no queens, not black or white. Go
If
ahead,
this
Mob here. What you was
if
saying?
this was 99, it'd be a different story.
This ain't 99 though, man.
I'm
It's
just telling you, man.
2023.
I know, but nigga, I'm saying.
We got Mob head on the panel,
Hey,
man. I'm trying to
I
see
just
what he
gotta.
said.
I'm here. Just a shout out to everybody on the panel, man. It's it's a good show or whatever. You know, I used to be tuned in to Swipe, C Hood, both of them or whatever. C Hood still good in my eyes, whether that matter to him or not. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
like he say, we just on the outside looking in. But I just wanted to ask Hood a few questions regarding Swipe,
Well, go
man. And
ahead.
my questions is as far as like what Swipe do, like his content, you know, how he put his content out there or whatever. Now, Swipe can sit up there and speak on whatever he chooses to speak on, whether they telling, whether they doing this, whether they doing that, right? Now, when the other dudes get out here, when he get his face dirty, you know what I'm saying? It's obvious that he got the paint on his face. Like you say, he told everybody he done that. So when these dudes choose to go that route with their content, whether whoever it may be, why is that a problem? And why can't nobody speak on him and he just spoke on everybody else? I just don't understand that. I don't understand that.
All right, well
Exactly.
let me
I
It's
got
a
you.
duck until the truck look it up, right?
let me answer your question to my fullest ability, even though that ain't got nothing to do with me. So how would I know? But I'm gonna answer it just
I'm
off the
saying you
strength.
an advocate for him. You
See,
speaking
how the
for him. You
fuck
one
could
of
I
his
be
voices.
that's what a misunderstanding is right there and there, man. You come and putting something on me saying I'm an advocate for somebody. What the fuck? See, that's the problem right there. That's the
You know
disconnection, bro.
why I say you're an advocate? You know why I say you're an advocate?
Ain't no if I just sit here and explain this same shit to Dale, bro, and you pop on here and say something that you know what I feel like you playing with me, bro. Cause I just
Man,
explained this
look,
shit.
check this out,
I
Hood.
just
We
explained
on
this
the
shit to
internet,
you.
bro. So all the tough shit we ain't even got to do, bro.
This
We on the
ain't
internet.
even tough. I'm telling you some real shit. How I feel. So now you getting salty because I'm telling you
Can
how
I
I
tell you
feel.
how? Can I tell you why I think you're an advocate, bro? Because you had a live the other day, and you went at all the people that's out here putting content out here about Swipe, right?
I didn't go at nobody. I said
Come
we
on,
all
bro.
out
You
here
went at all
snitching.
those people,
I
bro. You
said we all. This is
all right,
my
go ahead,
exact
man.
words. Say here,
Go
listen
ahead,
to
man.
my
Do your
exact
thing, man.
words.
I'm fall back.
Listen
Do
to
your
my
thing.
exact words. We all out here snitching in some way. So if a
Man.
motherfucker feel like it was directed to them, they must have felt like they was snitching. I
Not
said
all that, cause
we
I ain't
all out
blogging.
here snitching
I'm not
But
some
blogging
way
nothing.
and doing this blog and shit. I said that.
But if you, my thing is this, right, bro? What do that got
You
to do with anything? We talking about Swipe. He the one that's on the chopping block. It's obvious that he in black and white. He said he told. So what do
I
everybody
ain't hear you, baby.
supposedly got to be out here snitching? Got to do with anything? The thing is, your man's told. Now that ain't got nothing to do with you. But why you call yourself trying to say everybody else snitching?
Cause
That ain't
everybody coming on my page saying shit. This the whole point of me saying something. You not listening, bro.
man. At the end
You
of the day,
not
bro.
listening. You just got your opinion and saying shit. You not fucking listening, bro.
Man, I
Connect
heard
the
clear
fucking
everything
dots.
you
The
said.
questions you just asked is what I said 15 minutes ago. What I've
Yeah, I
been
hear you,
breaking
man.
down the big deal, bro. You pop dead on here
Hey,
saying the same slow shit.
damn, brother, you gonna bust a
I'm
brain
not
bust
gonna
over there,
calm
man.
down, man.
You
This
don't
why
need
I
to get
say
no
fuck y'all,
aneurysm, man.
nigga.
Just
This
relax.
why I
Calm
say
down.
fuck y'all.
That's cool.
This
That's
why I
cool.
say fuck y'all,
And that's
man.
okay, brother. We don't know each other from a whole new wall, bro. We
On
just on this program.
everything. This
So
is
I
exactly
don't
why
take
I
it
say
personally.
I just answered and said all that shit, nigga.
Hey,
Fucking
hood.
15, 20 minutes ago, bro, and it
But
explained it and broke it down. You
hood,
get
on the
dead on
outside
here
looking in,
and
bro.
do some bozo shit.
Okay, that's cool. We call it what you want to call it. But on the outside looking in, it looked like you advocating for your man. It looked like you harboring that rat. And
Well,
it looks
hey,
like you standing with him. That's my opinion. You can take it how you want to take it. He can make you mad. Goddamn, you can claim what you gonna do when you see
let
me
it
out there.
feel
That's
and look
that's
how it
that's,
is, man. I don't
that's
even give a
besides the
fuck
point.
no more. Like I
You
said, I don't
harboring
give
that
a
rat,
fuck no
man,
more.
and you
It is
advocating for
what
that
it
rat.
is.
Look at how mad you is.
You damn right. I just told you why the fuck I'm mad. I explained it. You ain't been listening this whole
You said
time.
y'all about to ain't listening. Why you so mad? If your
Cause
man's
you
the one
ain't
that
been
did it
listening
wrong.
this whole time.
Man, at the end of the day, your man's wrong, your man's a rat, your man's a snake, your man's a fraud,
Okay, if
and
that's
it
how
look
you
bad
feel,
on
what
your
the fuck
behalf.
that got to
Stand
do with
behind that
me?
nigga.
You see how you trying to get a
That's it, that's
reaction?
all.
What the fuck do that got
I
to
ain't
do
looking
with
for no
me?
react. I'm speaking for the
What
people
do
because
that
this
have
what
to do with
everybody,
me?
this the
You
way
study,
everybody
you
feeling
reaching,
right now.
trying to get a reaction, fam.
Man, you harboring the man, man.
All right. Feel how you
You was just
feel, man.
speaking on everybody that was talking about him,
Feel
bro.
how you feel, man.
You claim everybody else that done police shit.
Feel how you feel, man.
That's my hey, it is what it is.
All
That's
right,
how I feel.
all right,
That's how the
love.
people feel. That man got
And
on there and spoke
okay,
about
you speak
Face.
for the
That
people,
man got
and
on there
you
and
know what
spoke
I
about
said?
Bud.
I said fuck you and the people.
And
It
that's
is what
okay.
it is.
You hood. That's not a problem. That's okay. You can say fuck me. I don't know you.
Y'all don't pay none of my bills, nigga. None of this shit. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all, nigga.
Hey,
Let this, like I said, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit,
likewise.
nigga. Fuck
Likewise,
any and
man.
everybody that got something to say, nigga.
All I
It
can say,
is what
man,
it
look.
is, nigga. Get up with me, nigga.
Hey,
Get
man,
up
birds
with me,
of a feather
nigga.
fly together, man. Watch your friends, man. That's all I
On
can
the
say.
real.
Watch your friends, brother.
Is this shit is I who the on the show, man? Cause if that's you done with your questions, that was the last of your
Hey, this
questions.
ain't Mr. Red Cup talk over here, bro.
I'm saying you said you had some questions. You ain't got no questions. I ain't gotta say nothing else to you. I can
You
move
said,
on.
okay, go do what you do.
Hey,
Proceed.
listen,
Hey,
hey,
hey, you
listen,
know
man.
what, man? Y'all know
See,
what, man?
hey, Hood.
Man, you
See,
the
this,
tough
Y'all
guy,
know
bro.
what,
hey,
man?
You the tough one.
listen. See,
I'm
Hood.
tough because I'm telling y'all, man, listen, man, I
This
be
what I'm
the
telling
same
you.
way in front of you, bro.
You think you the only nigga in Georgia or in
Even
Atlanta,
more
Georgia?
aggressive.
Come on, man. You ain't
Probably
you
even more
ain't-
aggressive, man.
I hear you, Mr. Clean. Handle your business, man.
Yeah, Mr. Clean, man. Come on, man.
Hey, listen. The thing is this though. See, and this where it go back.
Man, I'm tired of hearing this shit, man. Cause I
Listen,
just said
listen.
that, you know what,
Hey,
man?
Hood.
Hey, Big Dale. You know what, Big Dale? I
What's the
just
word, man?
explained and said what I felt and how I felt. You came up and said the same thing. You said you had an understanding, and now you coming back saying other shit because this nigga saying shit.
I
I don't
said what?
care about none of that shit, man. Yeah, I'm
Hold on,
pissed
what the fuck did
because
I say?
motherfuckers study coming playing with
Hey,
me,
Hood.
bro.
Hey, Hood. You know you ain't gonna get no rise out of me. I ain't know none of that shit. Cause
He taking
my
everything
my,
personal.
You know
my
what,
point,
Dale? I'ma
my
gracefully
point
bow
was
out. I'm gonna get
cool.
off your
So
platform.
my thing
Y'all be
is,
smooth. I'm gonna get off y'all
we ain't gotta
platform.
go through
Y'all
all
be
that.
smooth.
We ain't gotta go through all that. I'm telling you is this is what I'm trying to tell you. You want to make it like a motherfucker attacking you. I ain't put you on here for you to get attacked. I put you on here so a motherfucker can understand that you saying that you not supporting that shit. But at the same time, you just told me, I told you that I was through with it 3 different times. So that means you is advocating for him at the end of the day. Because if I said fuck Swipe, that's it. Ain't no, but
I'm
there you
saying
said you
about
through with it.
me, nigga. This what I'm study telling
But see,
y'all. Me.
nobody said nothing
You
about you
see
though.
how you just brung that shit up? It
No, what
is,
I'm
bro, because
trying to
that's
tell
the
you,
whole
I'm gonna
purpose of
point
me
out
is
what you
saying
talking about.
something.
You
Me
never
was
said,
the whole
listen,
purpose of me saying something, bro.
you never said, listen, I never said nothing about you. I
And
said
I
fuck
got on
Swipe.
here
You
and explained and told you, me, what the
and you
fuck it
look,
was,
I'm
bro. This
still
is the
telling you
whole thing. So, bro,
I'm
now
still
you
telling you I ain't put you in the blender though. I'm still telling you, see, look, I ain't put you in the blender. I ain't looking at it like that. I'm still telling you I ain't looking at it like that.
I don't listen. I told you, you know what I'm saying? I said what I said with that shit, man. It's the whole point, bro.
No, hood ain't ready.
You
Hood ain't ready.
overlooking what I'm saying, bro. You overlooking what I'm
No,
saying,
I'm
bro.
not. I'm telling you,
So that's why I'm just gonna exit. I'm gonna exit y'all platform, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing.
good.
Still I
I
rise. I'm
yeah,
out of here, man. It's all love.
I think King Mike had a question for you though, man. He got out of there on you, King Mike.
Nah, that mirror be hitting different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
He
Yeah.
got his
I,
little panties in the brunch, man.
I wanted to ask him a question because I don't know the history on the beef there. And because sitting on the outside listening to you guys, it really sounds like y'all are all kind of saying the same thing, but you have the wrong impression because if he says he's not supporting him, he's not supporting him, but that doesn't mean that he has to react in the manner that the next person will react. In other words, he shouldn't have to publicly call him out. If he's done with them, he's done with them. And I think that seems to be the issue because it sounds like y'all are expecting him to really just be just throwing them all out there. I'd like to
No,
throw Swiper out there myself, but it
no,
ain't worth it.
that's not what we're expecting. What I'm saying is this. I I told him that he not in the blender. I made 2 videos.
I get that.
And
I
in
get
both
that.
videos, I never said nothing about C Hood. C Hood got on here. C Hood got on here. And C Hood said, man, big deal. You still talking about it. You said you done did it 3 other days. You talking about it. That's defending him.
I don't
I
know if
don't
it's
care how you
defending
looking
him,
at
but I know that it's kind of like throwing some kind of jab because if when when
my
people have said
thing
that
is
to me
this.
before too, and it's like if I say I'm done talking and I decide to start talking again, I'm gonna keep talking again.
So that's
But that doesn't
defending. So
it
I don't
doesn't
care
really
if it's in 9 different languages, it's still defending him.
Right.
It's still
Yeah,
defending him. So at the end of the day, it's just like this. It's just like this, right? Okay. I'm in a situation, right? Now my best brother or my man come out that he did the unthinkable. People talking about him, I can't say nothing. I can't say
exactly.
nothing at all. What can I say? What can I say? Mr. 313. Mr. 313. Who is that? Is that Detroit Diva?
hey Dale, you not lying though, but look, loyalty, this how it is. He getting out his body and get mad. Like other people been saying the same thing. You hear me?
Yeah.
Everybody been saying the same thing. Like it's different, like cause blogging on it, like as for they out there in the mix of it. So it's like boom. And if you be looking at the videos, that's the main person that's always getting shouted out, like, oh, shout out to such and such. So it's like everybody want to know that. And before, like the little incident where, they was trying to deviate the problem, it was all good and shit. But niggas be getting mad and out their body for what reason? Like shit, if you know you ain't got nothing to do with it, you shouldn't be getting mad. Like shit, that's him,
Exactly.
not me. That's just how
Exactly.
that is.
Exactly.
See,
But
let me
it
say
kind of
this.
sounds like that people expect him to lash out at Trench, and
We
it
ain't we
Nah,
ain't
the other
it's
taking
thing
it's
last
is
it's
out.
it's more so asking like how come
You can't
the
play
whole
both. Not to cut you off, King. My bad, bro. But all I'm saying is right there, loyalty and betrayal. You can't play both sides of the field, right?
That's
Not saying he
No,
can't deal with
I
Swipe
agree.
and that can't be his homie.
that's it.
But how you gonna get mad at the people that's putting content out here that's speaking on him? Now you going after them. You talk about who you gonna catch, what you gonna do to him, who ain't this, who ain't that. You your whole life you talking about these people. Your whole
And
life
that was
you,
going to be
you
my
talking about all
question
these
to
people that's
him.
making content about him. So obviously this making him feel away. Obviously y'all speaking behind the
Hey,
scenes and he
hey,
telling you, hey man, do this, do that, do that, do this.
hey,
So
Bobby, hold
he
on,
never
hold
gave
on.
it to him at the end of the
See
day.
Hood,
My
see
bad,
Hood
dude.
want to come back
Bro.
on. See Hood want to come back on. What y'all want to do? I'm talking to the
Let him
panel.
up.
Y'all want,
Hey,
That,
hey,
my
hey,
question
Can
hey,
I
was,
Let
look,
him
talk?
see,
if
on.
he,
this the whole misunderstanding right here. The whole point of
there
me
you go.
saying
See
all
it.
this when I said a motherfucker playing with my girl and doing all that shit on the internet.
Now
This
he
is what
foul.
the fuck I'm saying. Y'all
Dude
study
foul.
talking about other shit that don't
Dude
mean nothing.
foul.
That
Dude
don't
foul than a
mean nothing, bro.
motherfucker.
Y'all study saying
Now
this and that,
he
bro.
did
Y'all
that. He
missing what
foul.
the
I
fuck
got
I'm
to stand on
saying.
that. He foul. But all that other shit, no, you can't do that, see Hood.
but we ain't the
About your
ones over
girl,
here doing
You
that.
know
your
what?
wife,
You know what? You know
about your
what?
wife,
You
you're
know
100%
what? I
right.
just said, I just explained to you why the fuck I feel how I feel. I said it. Y'all still had a misunderstanding when I popped off of here. Y'all
No,
saying
I
all
ain't got no
this.
misunderstanding. I'm just
I
telling
put
you,
y'all on
if
point.
I say
I just
fuck
told
wife,
you that.
you
You
shouldn't say
said this
nothing
what
though.
you just told me, Big Dale. This what you
I'm
just
telling you,
said.
listen,
He
if I
can't
said
do
you
that,
fuck
but
wife,
all that
how
other
you
stuff.
still talking up for?
You brushed off what I'm saying, bro.
No,
You
I'm not.
brushed off what
I'm
I'm
understanding
saying
what you
and went
saying.
on to what you want to say, bro. This what the
Man,
problem is,
listen,
bro.
hey, listen. I
This
ain't
his
gonna never say nothing I
platform.
can't say twice. That's just me. I ain't gonna say nothing I can't say twice. What I'm telling you is this. It's just the same thing when a motherfucker was telling me, listen, my little motherfucker told me my motherfucker cousin was telling. He called me from the federal penitentiary and told me I did not tell on you. I hung the phone up on him. I ain't talked to him since then. It been down to 20 years. I cannot stand with what he did. He didn't tell on me, but he told on other motherfuckers. I cannot stand with him on that. And that's my blood. But he did the unthinkable. That's it. So the thing is this. If a motherfucker saying F dude, F that, F dude, man, you gotta lay there and take that. Dude gotta take his own.
I
Now
don't
when the
care
dude,
about
hold on,
that's I'm
listen, listen,
study telling y'all
listen,
that, bro.
listen,
I'm
listen,
study. I
listen what
just
I'm saying.
explained
I'm
this,
gonna let you talk.
Dale,
I'm
and
gonna let you talk, then I'm
you
gonna go.
study going. I just
No,
explained this,
I'm
man.
not doing
I
that. I'm gonna let you
explained it,
talk, then I'm
bro.
gonna go. Go ahead.
I explained it and went in into what everything details and said this shit, bro. Broke this whole shit down, bro. And
And then
still,
you
yeah, I
also
pop
said
off.
this
I
though,
pop
Hood.
off. You just
Listen,
said you don't let me talk.
no, listen. You also said you broke it down. You said he did. He said what he did. He did this. You gonna wait. Then you also said Dale. You said you was through with this shit three different times.
Cause you just said, you know why I said Dale,
But
you
at the
said
same
that because
time,
you said I'm
that's
done with
still
the
advocating
situation.
for him. That's
No,
still
this what you
talking for him.
said, Dale. You said I'm done with the situation. I say, Dale, I heard you say that 3 days ago.
Right. That's still talking for him.
That's not, nigga. That's me,
That
nigga.
ain't.
That's me. Just
Hey,
like we.
hey,
That's like me and you
Hey,
hold on.
standing
Soprano.
on the
Hey,
I'm
look.
Dale,
That's
now,
like
hold
me
on,
and
hold
you.
on.
Hey,
Soprano.
hold
Listen,
on,
Hey,
hold
hey,
on. I'm
Soprano.
talking. Let me
Hey,
finish.
Soprano.
That's like me and you talking on, and we standing on the block. You be like, man, I'm done.
Oh,
Hold on, listen. And I'm done with this nigga, man. You said that 3 days ago, nigga. You supposed to laugh that shit off and go, and you take that certain type of way. Nigga, that's crazy to me.
no. What
hey,
the thing
Now,
is
hey, you
thing
know
is
what,
this.
Dale? We
Should
doing
no
too much
motherfucker,
right now.
should
We
no
doing too
motherfucker,
much right now. You got my number. I got your number, man. I'm done. I'm
exactly.
done
But I'm
doing
trying
all
to
this,
tell
man.
you. But this is what I'm trying to tell you. Should nobody be talking about the nigga? Nobody. Should you talk
right.
about
What
your
the hell
brother?
happened? What happened? What happened?
Big Dale,
Man.
can I talk real quick? And I'm gonna
Yeah,
jump
go
off the
ahead.
live. I'm at
Go
work,
ahead.
everyone. Hello, kings and queens. I'm at
How you
work. I
doing?
hello,
apologize.
What's
hello,
Hello.
up?
How
hello.
you doing?
Good
Um,
evening, y'all.
what I want to say is this: the problem that I have is not the problem that I have is he's disrespecting you on your platform. He can't tell you what to say, how to say it, when to say it, and where to say it. Because when Churches was dragging you all through the streets
Speak on it, beautiful. Speak on it.
from your drawers. Wasn't nobody saying that, and people would tell him, because I've been on Trench's platform and I've even defended you before on Trench's platform. He called me a bitch and kicked me off. So right
Speak
now,
on it.
fuck him and drag him for the piece of shit filth rat that he is. And
Run
that's
that
it.
out.
That's all I'm saying. He cannot come on your platform and tell you how to run your platform, tell us, fuck us in the audience, and be disrespectful like that. Nobody is on his platform telling his people that. I understand. He said he want to see the trial. He want to do this, that, and the other. That's fine. But you can't get mad at people because we not sitting up here celebrating the rat. Period.
Right.
Hey, Dale,
Paperwork is
Dale,
paperwork.
I was gonna
I'm
say
a
this too.
lawyer. I have a degree in law, and paperwork is paperwork. Ain't nothing on that paperwork wrong.
Hey, Dale, I was gonna
Period.
say this
Point
too.
blank.
Like that's like with you, the young dudes up in Old Block and whoever else, y'all got a right to say something because stuff that was like trying to pinpoint it and say that y'all had something to do with it. That's what dude was doing. And he ain't telling him, hey, no, don't do that. You shouldn't be doing it. It was all cool. It was all good and cool.
Exactly.
Now that the proof is getting put out and they pinpoint shit, niggas don't want to talk about it because it's like shit. You hanging with them. You cool with it.
Yeah.
You birds of a feather flock together. That's just how
Yeah.
that shit is.
So I just want to thank you for letting me come up.
What
Blessings to
happened though?
everyone. But I do want to tell you, Dale, don't let
I
nobody come
said
on
you were
your
all the way
platform
right.
and tell you how to run your platform and tell you what you should and shouldn't say. Because like I said, he didn't have no problem dogging you through the streets, playing a fake ass tape, calling Skinny all kind of rats and snitches. And in the end, he the biggest snitch walking around, Master Splinter's twin brother. So with
Yeah.
that being
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
have a good
Hey,
night, everyone.
and that's what
Have
I
a
was
great
saying
night,
too.
bro.
Like, you got some type of
Hi, Larry
emotional, you
Love.
can attachment to it, with the situation. That caused a situation that you got to think about every day. See, it ain't happened to them with your loved one or anything. That's what we trying to tell them. Like, bro, you sat around and doing that shit, and if you knew he was wrong, you should have told him not to do the
Yeah.
shit. That's your man's. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
Still, is that still his plan?
And then
What
I
happened?
just want to say one thing real quick. I want to say one
Big
thing
Dad,
real
what
quick.
happened?
And see, Hood got on here and cuss him out.
He said what?
Hey, see, Hood got on here and cussing motherfuckers out. He
Yeah,
called me
Why?
Bob had
Texas
asked.
I really hate he left. I had a question to ask C Hood.
Well,
Right,
nah,
where C Hood at? Hey,
he
C
he probably
Hood,
go.
check it out, man. What happened?
He probably getting agitated and
Man, he
shit.
tucked
Sound
his
like he been
tail. That's
I ain't
drinking.
what
gonna
I think
ask
he
nothing
tucked
that's
his
gonna
tail.
agitate him, but
No,
I
I'm
He
saying
mean,
think
it
that's
is
what
what
happened.
it is.
everybody. Look, y'all ain't saying
But
none
I'm
that
saying,
other
but I'm
people
saying
ain't.
though, why everybody jumping down on his coat though? He ain't the
Ain't
Nah,
nobody
motherfucker that
jumping
told
down
him.
on him.
Ain't nobody
They
jumping on
asking
his throat.
questions.
Swiper unavailable, and he's the one that was really standing on that all the way to this point. Like a lot of dudes been said, I'm done. Like seen the paperwork, done. Separate themselves. He stood on it for a long, all the way to this point, and now it's like I'm trying to separate myself, and some dude feeling that style.
You right.
Like you
That
played it
was
too
my
close.
Hey,
question.
That's how a
Question for the
few
When he
people
panel.
feel.
decided to
I
step,
don't feel that way,
when
but
he
I'm
decided,
why.
when he
Question for the
decided he didn't
panel.
want shit to do with Trench no more, has he stuck to that?
shit.
Hey,
What
You
I'm
say
so
you
saying
can
is,
say
what I'm saying is, right. I fuck with C Hood. C Hood ain't showed me no flaws or no bullshit or nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? He can't be held accountable for
Yep.
other nigga actions, bro. He
That
can't
ain't
be
what it
held
is, bro.
accountable for
Hey,
no
That
hey,
ain't
other
what
hey,
it
nigga
is.
actions, bro. And
Ain't
hold
nobody
on, hold
held.
on, hold on, hold on, though. Even if that's his homie and his friend, bro, what type of nigga he'd be just to sit up there and turn against him without even going through the due diligence that is supposed to be gone through,
Man,
man?
that
That'd
ain't
be
what
some
it
weak
is.
ass shit
stop.
the
Hold up.
motherfucker do.
You
Everybody, hold
misread
up.
Okay,
the
let,
whole
let me
Everybody,
ask
situation.
hold up.
let
Hold
me
on
let me
for a
ask
minute.
and
you
that
this,
Hold
and
on.
Doc.
that's why I had
Hey, hold on, debate. Hold on, Marv here. Hold
Oh
on.
my bad.
Back to you. To you, family. To you. The whole thing is this. OG Schwank, what's the word? The whole thing is this. Ain't no going through no due diligence when a man came out and admitted what he did his own. So what more do you need to see or what more do you need to know? See, we gotta stop. We gotta stop
Because
pacifying.
he ran him a different story, Big Dad. We
Hold
don't
on.
know
No,
what
he
the
didn't
fuck he
give him a
told him
different
Let him
story.
behind the
let him
scene,
talk,
gang.
man. Damn.
Hold on, listen. He didn't give him a different story because he said he came out on his channel. He said I
I got
had
it.
him
Wow.
come on my channel and tell that he told on everybody. So what more do he need to see? What more do he need to hear? See, that's what I'm saying. We can't keep pacifying motherfuckers and letting motherfuckers get a pass off the wrong shit that they do. It's just like this. If
Because it ain't no pacifying. He ain't did shit.
Hold on, listen. Me and you, listen. It ain't about him not doing shit. It's about him advocating for him. How you gonna say?
How he advocating for him?
Man, let the man talk, bro.
That's my family. Be cool, bro. We talk like this behind the scenes, man.
We already together.
Listen to me. How you gonna advocate for a motherfucker and say you waiting on the trial if he already told what he did? Come on, bro. Stop talking. Now you talking to us like we 3 years old.
Because I'm talking to you. You are like I don't talk to the man behind the scenes. The thing is, he ran him a whole different story, G.
You still missing what I'm saying.
He don't know about all this extra shit that's going on that he allegedly supposed to have did, bro. That's how he rocking with it.
He don't know if he told me out his own mouth he knew what he did. Man, you forgot, man. I'm talking on the phone too, right?
What's he hood at? What's he hood at?
Hey,
he on this motherfucker. He still listening.
Because I'm just saying, I feel like at the end of the day, I'm coming in here, everybody jumping down bro shit, and he ain't the one that told, family. He ain't the one that did shit.
Trenches talk. They not jumping down his throat. They was asking him.
For him, he put himself in it.
They was asking him questions. He started talking crazy to him. They just asking questions. Nobody not right, no wrong for asking
he
questions.
can't let the comments get to him though. See,
Like,
that's something he got to work on.
Okay,
bro. But this the thing too, bro. On YouTube, this the thing on YouTube with this YouTube shit, bro. You gotta still think about it like we outside and we talking to other men. You ain't finna talk crazy and talk shit in nobody else's face unless you own that or you finna do something. Be cool. That's all you gotta do. You getting out your body, making it seem like you know some shit. Niggas just getting on your case. That's it. All you gotta do is just say, "Hey, bro, that's it. That's it." Get mad if you drunk, bro. Don't even come on here and do that. Like that's something that you can say, "Hey, I'll let you behind the scenes," but talking crazy and get mad, like, bro. The other dude didn't put so many people into shit. They gotta deal with this shit, bro. They partners, they friends, people, kids, all that shit, man. That shit different. So of course, naturally, what everybody's saying, like the people that's involved with it, they got the right to say what they say and feel the way they feel. Anybody else, they just asking questions trying to figure out because you can't really do it on their platforms. Niggas will block you, time you out, ban you, all that shit. It's like it's a control mechanism type shit. So now it's a even playing field where you can ask questions. It's like shit. I'm gonna bug up on you and get mad. Like, man, you ain't gotta do all that. Be cool. Right.
Okay.
Threaten, like, and look, and considering what's going on, knowing from what happened with dude, and they listening to this internet shit, threatening motherfuckers on here. Come on now, we all know better than to do some shit like that.
Yeah, it ain't really serious when it comes to like people commenting and harassing you, bro. Like you shouldn't make a channel and do all this if you can't handle the comments. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Shit like this.
Hey, the question for the panel is: so, if all this stuff come out to where Trench's News is actually was the one that's cooperating, and C Hood decide to stop fucking with him at that point, is he still a rat lover or what?
No, he should be stopped fucking with him right now.
Exactly.
Isn't that what he said he did though?
From jump though, wait, not right now on the internet. When he found out behind the scenes, it should have been a no-go. And that shit it's been out. It's been out. So that's what I'm saying. Like I've been everybody that
he did it too slowly. Is that what I'm trying to understand?
Not even too slow. Yeah, like if you write it. No, I'm saying right is right. Like everybody that got some shit, to me, it seemed like the motherfuckers that was involved with doing shit behind the scenes, they got platforms on here doing all the talking, they getting defensive and trying to do all that scramble because it's starting to get put out there. You should have did that shit from jump. Like other dude, I ain't gonna say his name from O Block, but he on there getting mad because people want to practice this religion or whatever. Get mad. It's like, if you feel like that suits you, don't disrespect nobody else because they chose to do this. Like when you was doing what you was doing, people were saying the same thing to you. The ones that's telling you to get out the way, you need to cool down and pipe down. But now it's like I'm a condemn, and now you wrong. Like like everybody got a right to say what they saying though. Like I said, just like if Mama Duck was feeling some type of way, she gotta wait because that's her son. Dale gotta wait. The dude and did something that affected him that he gotta think about every fucking day, bro. That shit not right. Even saying that, saying you cool with him and you cordial with him, hey man, you shouldn't be doing that shit on here because this
I
shit can go back and
I
then
said it when I see Hood was on here, and I'm saying it when I'm saying it, fuck Swipe. And I knew I knew that shit would come out sooner or later that he was a rat lying ass nigga. Period.
Oh well, they
Click
already knew that
hopper.
though, man.
That
But
nigga a click hopper and everything, bro.
that's everybody's fault anyway. How you trust a motherfucker with a mask
that's the
on
public.
anyway?
You're right. It's the public's fault. It's the
But the
public's fault
thing
because they
about it is
supported
this
it.
though. It ain't like on here. I let C Hood up. I ask the panel if they want to back up, I let them back up. If he want to come back up again, I'm gonna let him back up again. But my thing is this, man, just like my sister Detroit Diva said, she was on Swipe channel and they said something crazy about me, and she defended me, and she got called all kind of bitches, drug, bud,
Yeah.
all kind of shit. So
Yeah.
even other people that they didn't let, and they put on and they say something, and then they don't do nothing, or they don't try to defend it, they don't say nothing, they just let that shit go. So my whole thing is this: if you advocating for this dude, then you just as wrong.
Flat out.
Then at the same time, when I get on their channel, I'm saying something, and I'm trying to say my part. After a motherfucker beat the dog me, the mods they block me, stop my words. Motherfucker don't let me on the link. They don't do none of that. I'm showing a person that I'm moving better. I'm doing better. I ain't doing that. I'm on something all the way different. I'm on another move. I let him up. I'm gonna keep letting him up. He want to talk. I'm gonna let him get his part in because
say
I don't
Dale.
play that. I believe every man should at least get a proper defense to defend themselves. Now you gonna tell me you ain't advocating for him, but you gonna tell me that I said I was through talking about him 3 days ago. What is that? That means you advocating for him. That means you telling me why am I still talking about him? So if you feel like I'm still talking about him, that means you still defend him. That means you still up with it. And then when you got on here,
That's crazy.
He gonna tell me some shit about. He didn't say he waiting on the trial, but everybody said he ain't heard him. All 40
I
Yeah.
gotta go back. I gotta go back and watch these lives.
He said, look,
He went on
man,
that live, bro, and he
I
was
don't
calling
care
He
other
about
people
said
none of
that.
these
police.
trials in 40 days, these weeks, 5 by like we'll see when the trial come out. So that
Yeah,
means
he
you don't
said
believe
that.
he did it. But he
He
told
he
you he
he,
That's
did it.
crazy.
he was literally talking about
Hey,
y'all rats, y'all police. He was attacking everybody, bro. When the
man,
information
hey,
first
All
dropped,
that.
it's like
what's
Hey,
crazy
hey,
is
King,
knowing
King, let me say this one thing real quick, bro. I wanted to ask Bandana Rose this, but he probably finna get off or whatever. But
He on here. He's still on here.
Bandana Rose. Now, if Swipe and C Hood was wherever they was at, out together, out and about in public, right? And they riding, they together, and somebody see Swipe and they feeling well about it, and they decide to get down on Swipe. Do you think they gonna not get down on C Hood? Cause he C Hood, if you ride in the car with this man and you with him and they get down on him, they not gonna spare you. They gonna get down on you too. You with him.
oh that's
you
Mando
stand with
right
him, lay
there.
down with him.
You gotta make a
You
Yeah,
choice.
stand with him, lay down with him.
That's
Yeah.
like
true. But he's
bro,
saying
this
that
how
he ain't with them no more.
man, this how this shit be on
Man,
the
you lay
internet,
down
bro.
with dogs and come up with fleas. It's simple.
Niggas be on this motherfucker trying to gatekeep on this motherfucker, and when some shit happen, that's just how this internet shit is. You know, nigga, I've been telling you this since day one. That's just how this shit is. Motherfuckers got their picks and they chooses.
Ain't it fucked up though how a person would get all them
Say
followers
it
and
to
all
him,
that
right?
clout off talking about everybody else's business, and then when your business come out,
Yeah,
you ain't posting every day, you ain't posted in 5 days, and
yeah.
word going around the
Look,
hood that you in protected custody. Like you good at talking about everybody else's business on time, going on live, all
Exactly.
that shit multiple times. Now you ain't posted in 5 days. Come on, man.
niggas just got questions, but look, hey, that's just not him. It's like these other little incidents that's happening. You know, all these big time bloggers that be having these platforms doing shit, and then when it come out, oh, they
Yep.
connected or certain shit
So,
happening. Now it's looking crazy. That's what like the whole thing is. This YouTube shit is not the platform for that, bro. It's entertainment, not no tell all
Must
story.
be.
This a memoir. If you want to go do a memoir, go write a book in privacy. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get the same traction on here. But now, people coming out to say something, or people that standing on business is speaking out. It's a problem.
So look,
I got a question for Dale.
Let's do this. All right,
Big Dale, I got a question for you.
All right, hold on. Let me say this. Man,
that
dude with the mask, man, we ain't saying this nigga name no more. That's dead. That's a DE. That's a dead issue. Let's talk about something else. What you want to ask me?
I got a question since I'm the only one that got flagged by his ass. What I want to know is all these people that are in an uproar about what he did. Are y'all gonna have that same energy for all these channels and bloggers that are purposely lying, saying that he took his channel down? He's in witness protection because these channels are well-established channels, and they know how to type in the search bar to see that his fucking channel's still there. I want to see everybody go have all that energy towards them. Because the thing is, and that's
they
what
doing
like
that for clickbait, and they jealous of them. They jealous of a rap.
Whoever said it on here, when they said that they picking and choosing, that's exactly what happens. Everybody knew that wanted to use logic, knew that Swiper was that's just too much. I'm not even in y'all's world. And when I would listen to him, I was like, damn, you at every fucking murder scene, you at every this, that, and the other. Okay. So I already knew to back myself up. But then you got this group of people that's supporting him because they're riding his coattail for those numbers and they're getting his viewers or whatever. Never mind that he wasn't supporting you by sharing your content. Okay.
Yep.
Now, and you got other people that truly loved him and truly supported him. Now, since he's gone in the bushes so he can come over here and flag my fucking channel. Now you got those same people that were there just riding the coattail. Now they're the ones that's all of a sudden jumping out there and saying, oh, he shut his channel down. He's in witness protection, so they can grab the rest of some of his numbers while he's not putting nothing out. So that makes, in my opinion, that makes them just as guilty because they just up there doing a dirty deed by lying, just like he did the dirty deed by snitching and then calling other people out while he's steady doing the same goddamn thing.
Hey, loyalty, you know what that is? It's clickbait. Like this YouTube shit when you put a title
I know
in.
what clickbait is, but
I'm
what I want to know is the public going to have that same energy and go tell them.
My family this though. I want to ask my family this. Bandana. Let me ask you this, right? Now, with all this shit that dude from San Francisco doing, those sucked in face, big kid, he is a moderator on homie page that you saying why motherfuckers on his ass. Now he just had him and shared a live where he was talking about I don't know the dude name, but he on there with a picture of you, dude, and the other dude, and it's off his page and it's on his page. So at the same time, how you get on here and you speak up for him and you saying this, but not one time have he reached out to check dude out the way about you. And see, that's my thing. Like I'm done playing with these dudes. Like if you can't, like the whole thing, when it was a problem and they knew before they said something to you, they called me. So I called you and asked you, bruh, man, look, family, could you do this for me? Such. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't saying no name, but you know what I'm talking about, right or wrong?
Yeah.
So when the fuck somebody gonna call dude and tell him to stop playing with you?
But this the crazy shit though, family. I don't even be like little shit like that. I don't be looking at all that shit. Like I don't be seeing all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, it ain't how little or how big it is. Principles is principles, man. And we standing on principles. We standing.
I'm saying I understand. I draw where you coming from, but I don't saying, you know, I don't see that type shit. I don't watch that type of shit. That's not my. You know what I'm saying?
No, you think because
you just put me in compliance with something. I don't watch that shit, fam.
You check the nigga. So I'm trying to tell you, my whole thing is this. That's part of the whole mod squad. That's part of the whole shit that they doing. Now he on that saying that setting ass in a rat. He said AK-47 a rat. He said everybody a rat but Swipe. I'm Swiper gang.
Yeah.
I'm whatever. I don't care what's going on.
Nah, no question. I never knew he was a mod on C Hood channel. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You just put me on. I don't watch this shit. And, like I don't watch and be on like that. I'm like, you know that shit.
yeah,
So like
yeah,
I knew he was a mod on swipe shit. I knew
yeah,
that
yeah,
part.
he does shit too. Go on there and look. He got that video shared on there. Go look on this shit. He shared
I
C Hood
did
video.
I did hear Mr. San Francisco say the other day, somebody said something in this chat about Trench, and he said, don't ask me no more about him. He did what he did. If he did it, fine. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Now, I can semi-respect his opinion that way, but on the same token, if you are still going to defend that person, then yeah, people are going to come at you and say some shit. Now,
Hey, look, like loyalty, Dale
yes.
and Trenches talk. They can say something because that nigga plaster and they face all on his shit. The little
Oh,
whole
you
group.
ain't know? You ain't
Yeah,
know that
yeah,
they
man.
added
Yeah,
me in
nah,
there?
yeah,
They
nah.
didn't
I
put
ain't know,
me
but
in
I
there.
seen it. I
I'm a
seen it.
black
So I'm
man
saying,
now.
I've been seeing the videos pop up because people that I seen on here, they was going for the dude sharing this shit out. But that's what I'm saying. They can say something because the state face is getting plastered on there. Instead
Yeah.
of posting dude face that's telling, he going after them because they trying to deflect that. Maybe because that's their favorite
And
content creator.
that
And that's the
that's
and look,
exactly the problem.
this the whole
You're right.
thing, bro. People gotta stop getting on here getting fanned out because I'm a moderator and all that shit, bro. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You gotta be able to call them out.
Moderators are free and they don't get paid.
Yeah,
You can't
if
be
you gotta
biased.
you got to be able to call them out. If you're doing some fuck shit, then you're doing some fuck shit. Call it out. That's it. If you don't like it, then hey, I guess I won't be a moderator over there. And I know what you're saying, because look, the shit that happened to me on other people's shit just bullshit. A nigga might call it out and oh, I'm gonna take your wrench. I ain't wanting to go along, get along. Motherfuckers that held whole clubhouses and
I
shit
tell them
about shit,
quit,
cause
take it,
you know,
we can't
calling
call
out
them back.
calling our shit, and then they like, why you doing it? It's not embarrassing. It's like, bro, we grown. Take accountability, bro. This YouTube. Everything you say, people be believing this shit already. So we gonna
It's
just take
stupid.
accountability on here. Just
Yeah, because
accountability. That's it.
Me,
right
me
now, when
myself,
you
I'm
guys were
confused.
all up, when everybody was up there arguing, what we were dealing with down here in the chat, some dude was over here calling me white privileged and talking shit about my videos and stuff like if they ain't, authentic or whatever, saying that I'm a rat. Yeah, apparently, you a suburban little bitch because you don't even know the definition of a rat. You sure don't. You confused like a motherfucker calling me white privilege. But that's why I ended up, I took him down because this is Dale's platform. He's got the panel. He can't see the chat all the time. So if somebody's gonna come disrespect, I don't know who that person was. It might be his friend. But you know what? You came disrespecting the mods. Now you got to go. So yeah, if you support somebody that's doing that, yeah, you're gonna catch some of that repercussions. But that's the question that I was trying to find out from him was, did he once he cut it off, he cut it off. But it sounds like he didn't cut it off fast enough in a lot of people's opinions. I don't know when everything took place. I don't know. But on the same token, I've always had an issue with Trench because not as much like you guys have because he snitched, but it's because while he was snitching, he's calling out other people for snitching. That's a hypocrite. I got an
Right.
issue with the hypocrite. See, y'all are street
And he
niggas.
tried to
Y'all
claim civilian status.
and and you can't have one foot in and one foot out. Because like I said, where I'm from and everything, it's a whole different ball game. Even though I'm not part of it, I got family that is, and so I understand what it is. And there ain't no one foot in, one foot out, because you're gonna get the machete and cut your foot off. That's it. And but at the same time, if you think about it from a civilian's point looking in, it's the public's fault because they all supporting it. So why would he not continue to keep doing what he's doing? And that's
Yeah,
why I
yeah.
ask, is everybody going to go have that same energy with all these channels that are fake, lying, making up these stories? Because that's what we sit here and we preach. Every one of us preach. We want to put out the facts. We want to put out the truth. Whether or not they're actually doing it is irrelevant. But that's what they all preach.
Well, I can say right
Nobody's
now
going to call them out for it.
at this
Nobody
point,
will.
we don't know how he built his platform or who built his platform or where them subscribers came from. You know what I'm saying? Them numbers might not be what they seem. Them subscribers might not be what they say. You know, he got the government in his mix, so you know, you never know how that shit got to where it got. So all
I
that
don't think it
really,
got that. I don't think it got that
I'm
deep.
gonna say it again. He started
yeah,
his
like,
channel 3 days before Duck was murdered.
oh,
Did he?
okay,
Ain't
true that.
nobody paid attention to that yet.
I mean,
Did he?
whether the channel
But
was
once the
created,
thing,
it's the whole thing is
Damn,
the
I ain't know
story.
that.
Like knowing you tied in and getting on here and talking about the shit, bro.
Damn, I
That's
didn't know
it.
that.
That's the crazy part. Like when dude, like everybody always saying they live by these codes.
Whoa,
And,
whoa,
they live by this, but
Ain't
that
no
should be
rules.
crazy. No,
There ain't no
we know
rules.
that
Each
it ain't
individual
no rules,
person
but
gets to make their own rules. They get to
no, I'm
make up their
saying
own rules. What's good for
it's
the goose
rules.
ain't good for the gander.
It's rules
They,
for them when it's in their favor, but when it's not in their favor,
exactly.
it's a problem. So
Exactly.
that's
I'm a
what we all
civilian
saying.
now. Yeah. That's what I'm saying is it's ridiculous. But at the same time, there's a whole lot of he's not here to actually call him out because he's hiding in my bushes, flagging my shit. But the ones that are here, they need to be called out as well. That's just my opinion on it.
Yeah,
Because it's not good we're on my channel where I've been for the last several years, it's basically been me calling people out by myself, and it's been a slow moving race, but I'm still advancing. But it's slow because I'm by myself. That's what Dale and I were talking about with, collaborating and stuff. Once the public realizes we're not going to accept it, we're not going to stand for it. It has to be in unity, or it's going to keep on flying. That's all there is to that.
So look, I
If,
want
if you don't like
everybody,
snitching and you don't like all
everybody
this and
that's on,
that,
everybody. Hold on, I'm going to cut y'all.
go ahead, go.
Everybody that's on the panel, y'all go in there and share the destination to y'all page, man. While y'all up here, y'all might as well catch the screening too.
I think you got to have a special link to do that.
You sure? I thought maybe if they just go in and hit more.
I mean, like when I try to share it on my community wall, it's not coming up
No, not
properly.
your wall. I'm saying you
But
should be in here. You should be getting the screens as well. It should be on your page right now.
or they could be shadow banning her too.
no, it's
Why?
not that. It's that. Okay, you gotta. There's in order for me to share it, like stream it while we're live. There's a special link that whoever has the
We
ownership
gave it
of
to
it.
you. We gave it to
Oh,
you.
you gotta have the
No,
administrator key.
it's
You gotta
the
have
administrator. Yes, because
StreamYard. It's StreamYard. Like
the
you gotta
link that
reach
I
out to her
got is
behind.
just the link to get on the panel. The link to have it be like the administrator or the administrator would give me. It would tell me where do I want to send it to?
Oh,
Where do I want to
you
cast that?
send it to
Yeah,
I don't
her.
have that.
Dale. You know
Might
when
have
You
to
go live,
add Dale on the
it
team.
it got to put a destination on there. So everybody that's
Yeah,
gonna stream it, y'all got to get y'all stuff, and it's gonna give y'all a code, and then
yeah.
y'all go from there. That way, when y'all log in, y'all can stream it. So say if Dale go live, it's gonna go on classic music, and it's gonna go on loyalty and betrayal every time until y'all feel like y'all want to do certain stuff. Now it don't
That's
all
what I'm
you got
saying.
the
Yeah,
option.
I have to have that special thing, and I don't have that.
So next
I was
time
just
we apologize. So
no, it's
next
good.
time
I
no,
wasn't worried about it. I knew I
we
didn't have it,
no
but I
no
wasn't
no.
worried.
I know you weren't worried about it, but we apologize. That's the movement we trying to push. So when we on here and we on here for these like extensive hours, we want to build everybody's channel. We want everybody to
All right.
get paid. We want everybody to move so we can build everybody the way they at. If you're not monetized, we trying to help you get monetized. We trying to move the right way, man. We ain't trying to be the only one with a million subscribers and all that. We wanna build as we go. You
Hey, another
understand?
thing they can do is edit it, or when you go live, just edit the live and do a premiere for they people that don't get to see it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Right.
And
But
then
No,
like all the chaotic.
I just, however we got to do it. I just want like we sit on here. We almost been on here 4 hours. People jumping on the panel. They putting their part in. I believe that they should be pushing it like building their channel as well. You understand what I'm saying? So on the next one, I think our next one is when is our next one? Sunday.
Yeah.
So Sunday, in between now and Sunday, y'all get up with us and let us know who want to be a special guest. And we'll just send y'all the administrative key and we'll just get it going. So that way we got everybody rocking. But I just feel like we spent enough time talking about this loser, and he gonna get what he got coming to him.
I hate to
You
say it,
know,
but the conversation is not going to be over because tomorrow it'll be something else happen.
yeah, but that'll be
Mm-hmm.
somebody else. That'll be somebody else. We
Yeah.
don't have to we don't have to
We
deal
can
we
we
don't
can
have to
try
deal with
not
it.
to discuss it, but it'll happen, and it's just human nature.
Yeah,
Man, this month,
we'll deal with it.
if y'all
We'll
feel
deal
like y'all
with it.
gotta defend yourselves, then y'all rightfully so gotta do that.
Yeah, he didn't
Right.
like what I
Hey
did.
Nick, I don't even know who BJ is, so I don't know what you're talking about, man. So my whole thing is like we have to man, listen. My main thing is this. I don't want nobody just on here just strictly trying to build me. I want to build everybody. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's what keep us from being at odds with each other as well. You understand what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like
I hear you.
people
I hear
really
you.
don't people really don't believe money breeds jealousy. And a lot of people think that all this thing that went on in this culture that killed our culture, which is drill shit. People want to blame it on the BDNGD war. Man, I started shooting Thursday for the documentary. I'm telling you, I'm finna blow y'all socks off, man. This shit
Is it
ain't
is
got
it
nothing to
is it
do.
going to be coming before the holidays?
Oh yeah, it'll be here before the holiday. It'll be done before the
Okay.
holidays.
I'm just
It'll be
asking because,
done.
like,
It'll be
I
here
I
before
know
Thanksgiving and
realistically how
Christmas.
the time frames it can take. So
Yeah, no, it'll be here for before Thanksgiving and Christmas. Believe
good.
me,
I get it.
Oh
it'll be
loyalty.
done
You know he been.
done before that.
Hey Dale,
So
you
Huh?
you adding the rest of it. You adding the rest of it too, like what you had already been started, what you was doing, like when you said you was doing little certain parts when you was
yeah,
interviewing
but
people
I'm
before.
going. I'm going from. I'm going. It got to go from the start. So the first people gonna be in it is Fat Mac. Pac Man mama just died. She died two
Mm.
months ago, so his mama can't be in it. But we're gonna have some other one of his family members. Fat Mac is his family. You understand what I'm saying? So we got to go from the point where drill really started at. And that's why I always take my hat out to Louis, because King Louis always let it be known that, no, I didn't start drill. He always let them know Pac started it, then they migrated in. So I'm going to go from there. But I'm gonna blow y'all wigs off when y'all find out where drill actually really came from. And who really, like, where did it really resonate from, and what really happened. So we going it's gonna be
You said
ugly.
that you were looking for somebody with making this documentary as far as like to where you can get it bigger or whatever. Do you
Yeah,
remember
I don't
um
want it on YouTube. It's gonna
no, okay.
I'm
Do you remember
Go ahead.
the show that just came out, Hip Hop Homicide? I think is what it was called.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, one of the producers, the one that created that is a friend of mine. So, and I just looked at my messages with her, and apparently I had dropped your one of your videos in her box for some reason. I don't even remember what the conversation was back in June. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit her up because she's the one that had actually tried to get me to go do a show with her at the Oxygen Network, and I
Right.
handed it off to somebody else, and then she came out with the MTV stuff, and now her own creation was that Hip Hop Homicide. She's the female that you hear talking to what's his name in there, and but I'm gonna hit her up and I'm just gonna throw it out there. I don't know, whether they pick it up or not, help me talk to you or whatever. But I'll get with you and I'll give you her name. So if she does contact you, you know who she is.
Yeah. Well, she need to come on before Thursday.
Hey
All
Dale,
right.
make you a
She's right there.
Patreon.
She's right there in uh I guess you'd say the northern part of Chicago because
Yeah.
I think she said it was 5 minutes from Rosemont.
Oh, okay. We'll tell her to come on with it. She coming on with it. We gonna get it. We gonna get it cracking because
Hey,
I'm about to go full force.
Hey Dale, if you do put it on here, you need to see if you can put your memberships on. That way, can't over they gonna have to pay to see it.
Yeah, about to
Yeah,
say
you
have
Then
it
have
on
make.
like members only or something.
you have to
Mm-hmm.
show y'all gonna have to show me. Y'all gonna have to show me. But
Okay,
it
let
only
me
be a
tell y'all
trailer.
something that a lot of people don't realize. And I was talking to Classic Music last night. For anybody that don't know, anything that you do on YouTube, whether it's a membership, whether it's a super sticker, whether it's a super chat, whether whatever like that goes through YouTube, not the Cash App or the PayPal, but it's going through YouTube. YouTube takes 30% off the top.
Yeah, they
Yeah, of
tax.
course. So that's what I'm saying. When you gonna do that, he got his
Keep
cash
that
app.
in mind. In other words, when you
Yeah,
set your prices, keep that in mind. I don't know
Yeah,
what Patreon and all the other ones how they do it or whatever. I know you can still set your own prices, but I just know and I don't tell people that send me something. I don't tell them what to do because they can do whatever they want, and I appreciate it, whatever. But I have had people ask me which way or whatever, and I just let them know. YouTube already gets this and this, but they get another 30% and whatever, and then they charge us the tax off of their 30%. It's crazy, but they're gonna get you any which way. But you know, just keep all that in mind because if it turns out to be something big, you want to be able to reap the benefits that's you're deserved and not allow
I
other
know. I'm only
entities.
gonna put a trailer on YouTube.
Yeah,
and they'll go on the press run too.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
got to,
Promote. Yep,
got to.
yep.
What's the word? What's the word? I got to. So it's like my thing is I want to use it. I want to use it to roll it into other jobs for these young guys and push it towards to help these guys that lost their lives and left these kids behind. Like a lot of people don't talk about it. Cash had 5 kids.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Duck had 2. Vaughn got kids. A lot of these guys got kids. You know what I mean? So we
Yep.
man,
And they
I
kids,
got a lot of stuff planned.
they
It's it's
kids
a,
got
it's
to
a
they
lot.
kids be on YouTube, and they gonna hear this one day. And you think they kids want to
Yep.
hear this? Hell no, they
Exactly.
mama.
Exactly.
People
And
got
that's why I be
mamas, all
telling
that.
That's why I said that,
I
that
be
once it's
telling
on the
people.
internet, it's there forever because somebody done downloaded it, somebody done recorded it, something, and then they're gonna re-upload it even if you delete it. And then it's not right for those people to have because like what I was talking about with my content the other day. You got people false claiming about Brick and them, doing this and that, even though he wasn't involved. But now you got his family, you got the real victim's family, you got the real offender's family. They all got to relive all that, and you putting false information out there. That's fucked up.
Yeah, so
You
we
know,
gonna we gonna rock out, man. I believe this was a great live,
it was
even with
great.
Yup.
ruptures and anybody that was disrespected. I apologize on my behalf, and that ain't never gonna happen no more because I'm gonna be cautious. We'll be cautious about who we let on and what we do. So we'll never let that
I,
happen.
it I think that he probably meant well, but like I said, until you get in that person's shoes, as far as like when your whole platform is being attacked, and because there's been times in the past that I get on my studio and it's like, God damn, what, I didn't even make a video, and these people, they just come out of nowhere and it's hitting you left and right, and then your mama, your kids, and all that. Sometimes you'll break. It's a breaking point, and
Yeah,
we're all human.
anybody talking about your family is all the way out of pocket, but you can't
Yeah.
defend nobody that's wrong.
Oh boy, that was saying that I was white privileged. I want to know where's my money then. God damn it, quick and in a
All
hurry.
right, y'all. Well, man, hey, it's been one. It's been good. We 4 hours in. Much love,
Appreciate it.
man. Much love. Share the
It was
live on
enjoyable.
our way out. If you ain't hit the like button, you ain't subscribed. Subscribe. Subscribe to
Better.
everybody up here.
Yes,
Everybody's
sir.
up here. I hope y'all smack that bell. Smack that bell and share the live, man.
It's
Let's see.
free.
Son-
It's
And I was about to
free.
say on Sunday we hitting for what? What, 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
3 o'clock on the
3 o'clock.
West Coast.
Yes, sir.
Is that right? 3 o'clock on the West Coast. 5 o'clock Central.
Yep.
Six
And if
o'clock
y'all, and
Eastern.
if y'all trying to, like I said, if y'all want to be a guest, let us know. Give it classic music. Let them know.
And everybody over there on Dale's channel right now, make sure y'all swing by Classics channel and come hit his button. Because I know mostly everybody was over on Dale's. Because I'm
And
bouncing
go
between
and
the two,
go
two
and
ch-
go ahead,
tabs.
go ahead, loyalty and betrayal button.
Uh-huh.
Ken Mike button, hit M more truth button.
Because they're
Hit
free.
everybody
It don't
button.
cost you nothing.
Right. And thanks to all my mods, man. Thanks to the family members. Thanks to everybody, man. That we pushing this piece. I like the way we move together as a unit. Mob head, I don't know where you went. Guess your phone died. But much love to everybody, man. I'm out.
All
Peace,
right.
y'all.
100.
All right.
Yeah.